Hello, 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 everybody. I know there's a delay for about 10 seconds. I should be being heard now. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hello, Chaos, Anjali. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for being here this evening. And yes, yum cake. Good morning to you over there on the other side of the world. Welcome to your Sunday. Beautiful, beautiful. So, very good. We will have you be the first um, that we'll look into there an angel message. Hey, Dale. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. I'm down in a basement, but I might be able to see it out of the window here in a little bit. I imagine that full moon is bright and ready to show up for its full moonness tomorrow. I plan on tomorrow morning's 10 a.m. during that time talking about the Aries full moon and how you can do a ritual. I did mention a little bit about it in my weekly energy updates that came out this morning for next week's. I mentioned the Aries full moon in there too. So if you want to check those out, you can check them there. But we'll go ahead and jump in and get started here. I do want to pull an angel guardian or a guardian angel card, an angel guardian, a guardian angel, whatever they want to go by. Oh, this is going to be a fun night, isn't it? I can feel that Aries moon energy already is flying. So we did get two cards. Let me test the lighting here. Okay. Yeah, a little. Okay, this will be where I'll show things because it's you can kind of see it. It won't be too bright. And it does say rainbow. It says, "You are a jewel, even though you may not see it. Even in the darkest times, you shine eternally bright. You are surrounded by an aura of love, and a pot of gold waits beyond the horizon. All will clear soon. Trust and continue to follow your dreams. You are eternally blessed." Hey, Spring. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Divine Goddess. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you again, too. I know. What's the chances? Wow. And then we also have positive outcome. Got to do something with this lighting here. Maybe we'll do that. There we go. A little better. And this says, at this very moment, you are sowing the seeds of your future through your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, and your attitudes. Whether through love, fear, or indifference, you are always creating something. So remember to keep your thoughts and your beliefs and attitudes positive, and you will create a positive outcome. So I like that. That's our little mantra we have in this chat, right? Whatever we focus on is what grows. Beautiful. So I love that. So again, welcome everyone. I'm really excited. This has been one full week that I've been doing lives every single day. So this would be, say, because I started last Friday. So this will be day 8 of where I've been continuously doing at least lives one a day, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, like on Saturdays. But I love the energy. I love just how it's expanding. And I love all the beautiful comments and the energy and all your just this beautiful community, that we have supporting and humor especially. I really appreciate all you guys' sense of humor. I love to laugh. So welcome, welcome. So let's get started. Chaos, did you when you asked that question, were you want me to pull a card on that? I think you were. I think you were. Since you were the first one that mentioned cake. Yeah, so we'll see what they want you to know about that. Well, she actually got it too. Very suspicious. Very. So we'll take a look here. Hmm. So the first card that popped up here was the Four of Pentacles, which this is a solid foundation in your outside world. So I really don't feel like there's, excuse me, anything to worry about. Eight of Wands comes in here. Just trust your messages from spirit. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition. Because this is energy coming into your world, but it's also spiritual energy coming in. Yeah. And you have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is about conflict. It is about, you know, when individuals have like, no, my way is right, no, your way is right. My little small t truths that are rooted in fear are more truer than your little t truths that are rooted in fear. And the, solution of the Five of Swords, which is movement from conflict and feeling the need to be right, um, is resolved when we look to higher truths and we connect to the truths that are rooted in unconditional love. Then we stop caring about what other people opinions and what they want to do and their small t truths. We just go, you're going to live what you're going to live, and that's okay. We're okay with it. We don't try to control it. When they try to control us, we don't worry about it because we know we're focusing on those unconditional love truths on the inside. So I kind of feel like they're saying, your worth is secure, but it is this challenge as well. One of the big lessons of the Four Pentacles that we talk about a lot is the you know, outside stuff being unstable anyway, relationships, money, jobs, education, our bodies, everything out there unstable, that uh, finding that unconditional love inside, connected to those capital T truths of the upper realm, is where we find our foundation, you know. And when it's that, then all the chaos can, not you chaos, but all the chaos in the outside world can be flying around in that storm while we can be in the eye of the storm. So, I kind of feel like they're saying um, that you're fine. Um, I don't feel, and I just kind of feel like they're saying, they keep pointing you back to the inside because there's so much going on in the storm around you. I think they're just kind of saying, see, do you see what's happening? There's all this stuff that's happening, pointing you back here. And they're, how much more do you want to point you back to your insides is kind of what I feel like they're saying in a very loving way, not like how many, they're just like, how much do you want? And you're like, I'm just gonna have cake right now. I'm just gonna have cake. I'm not gonna worry about that. So I like that. So all right. Well, we're going to continue to go down the list. Thank you guys again for being here and for the liking uh, the video already. That definitely does help out the channel and helps the videos and all my other recorded videos get out into, the different places in the world, etc. So I really appreciate you doing that. And we're going to just jump in. So, Anjali, you are next, and you want to know, how does Satish see you and perceive you? And you want the angel message around that current situation. So, I am going to pull from the Angels and Ancestors deck. Oh, I can imagine. Is it really rich cake? It sounded chocolate with icing in the middle. Oh, we're all drooling. So let's take a look here. For Anjali, what would you like her to know, please? Hey, DK, welcome, welcome. All right. Here we go. So you actually have the Mirror Guardian, which is take time to reflect. And let's take take a look here and see what they have to say here. Kind of feel like When we've been asking, I think a little bit about different individuals, feelings for you, and I kind of feel like a lot of the messages have been, look in, look within, look within. They're a mirror for you. At least that seems to be a lot of the relationship readings that are coming through lately. And this kind of reflects that like a mirror, pun intended. So it says, take some time to reflect on your strengths and challenges and how far you've come. Recognize your gifts. Angels accept you just the way you are. Even when you're going through a challenging time, they still hold you in their highest esteem. The mirror guardian, a female angel looking into the mirror of life, invites you to witness your spiritual strength and beauty, to see yourself as angels do. The mirror represents the fact that your core beliefs and ideas are, in fact, what is reflected back to you by your world. Your life is one big mirror of how you feel within, and the mirror guardian helps you recognize that. And when this card appears, you're being invited to take some time to see where you are right now. You are a beautiful being who has surmounted so many challenges and expanded in so many ways. Your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life, to take the time to note all your recent experiences, the challenges you have surmounted, the strengths you have developed, and the lessons you have learned. Your angels want you to reflect on your strengths, in particular, those aspects of yourself that you feel have not been acknowledged by others. Offer yourself approval where it's due, and know that when you give yourself credit, others will be able to do so as well. Wow. That is a pretty powerful message. I really like that for you and for anyone else that resonated with, like all of us. So I do love that. I do want to pull a couple tarot cards here for you because I know you're interested. Um, just to see Satish's how they perceive you, even though the angels kind of are saying, "Why are you worried about him? Look at how we perceive you, because we see you as beautiful and perfect. We can really see you. All he can see is you through his own filters." So we'll take a look here, though. They're just being humorous. They're like, "What? Our opinion isn't good enough?" You're like, "Well, you're over there. You're around here. You're invisible. Maybe if you were visible around her, if you want angels to appear." Hey, rock star. Didn't see you come in there. Sorry. All right. So let's see, what else would they like you to know? Just how Satish sees you. What would they like you to know about how he sees you? Okay. So you have the Tower card that comes in here, and I see that this um, transformational, transitional type of thing, because he's like, he's not dead in this picture. This is peace of mind. It's like being at peace because he's, seen here in this beautiful calmness here. Uh, and he's like, because he's letting go of expectations, which I feel is like kind of what's going on here. You know, it's like things are changing. He doesn't see things the same way. Um, these are all those, excuse me, ways of looking at the world and looking at, who he's supposed to be, who you're supposed to be, how the world's supposed to be, what everything's supposed to be. And it just feels like he's just really going through a big removal of things out of his life. He has the Six of Cups here too, which Six of Cups have to do with memories and nostalgia in the past. And I kind of feel like there there is some stuff in the past that he's letting go of and he's working on letting go of here. So I really it's just quite an interesting read. It's like I don't feel like there's emotions or viewpoint and it just feels like he's so, and I don't know if this is the same message that keeps coming out because this feels like a message that keeps coming out in relationship readings, that they're so busy and so caught up on their own stuff that they're just don't have any feelings for anything else besides themselves. And I don't know if that is that same message, but it kind of feels like they're just going through their own tower moment where things are just crumbling around and being removed and they're just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And they're just so out of pocket that they just can't see beyond this. And that's kind of what I feel comes up with that. So I think that's why the angels are just saying, look to us, that little human character is so, you know, going through their own thing, come to us, look at to us for how we feel about you because it's more truer and more pure and more right than any human's opinion of you and their feelings for you. Turn to us and really see yourself, look into that mirror and see yourself through our eyes. And it's just it'll blow you away if you really can center in that and just really imagine through these beautiful eyes they see you so perfect and so brave, and all those things that said in that reading about how far you've come and overcome and things that people won't acknowledge because they can't see it, but they see it all. They understand, they feel your feelings, they understand your thoughts, they see the whole big picture of everything you're going through. But that's what happens. They see that, excuse me. This fall season, yum yum. All right, a little more clear. Let me pull down this chat room a little further since we're starting to fill up here. Okay, so that is the message for you for today, Anjali. And we'll take a look here. So, Divine Goddess is next. General reading for the coming months. All right. So, I am being drawn to the Aboriginal Spirit Oracle for you. So, we'll take a look at that, see what they have going on there. Yeah. I feel it, Anjali, because they are like Wonder Woman. Okay, so Divine Goddess, what would they like you to know about the coming months? That was about half the deck, so they're like, oh, they want so much for you. Okay, here we go. Oh no. So don't freak out about this yet. We have the Turmoil card here. And we'll read from the book on this. Um, yeah, exactly. So it says, don't fear turmoil. We find our strength and our courage amongst the challenges that turmoil creates in our lives. As we work through the turmoil and take control of the situation, we begin to see another side to things that may not have been evident prior to now. Turmoil provides us the opportunity to start something again or completely change direction. And it is this opportunity for change that is the real wisdom of this experience. Don't lose sight that within turmoil is the growth of oneself, to reevaluate, to rise above the challenge, and to create something better than before. So the card basically says either an unexpected event has just occurred or is about to. This is one of those moments in time when you will need to seriously reevaluate your situation. And the turmoil that occurs is only short term. So don't fear what is happening because the universe only gives us experiences we can cope with. Whilst the initial event will come as a shock to you, the final outcome will have a wonderful ending. It's like the bushfire that burns the trees, yet underneath the burnt leaves and bark, the sap continues to flow. The tree begins to renew its growth and stand stronger and greener than it ever was before the fire. See the situation as a positive event in your life, and you will be stronger and more courageous than ever before. So, sorry, my microphone's in front of some of the chat. I just wanted to see. So, if something has already happened, then that is a message for you, of hope, and you're going to see the outcome. And if not, it's like, well, hold on, Nelly, because here it comes. But it's all right. We're also going to pull a couple tarot cards here from the wild unknown if they can give us a little guidance on what area this turmoil might come in. And then Spring, you will be next. All right. So can you give us an idea? Whoa. Flying across the room. Okay, okie dokie. Well, you did get the World card, which is about ending of a major cycle and a beginning of a new one. So that is basically reiterating that it's something that's been going on for a while that is changing. And you've got the Three of Pentacles, which does talk about staying true to your authentic self. Usually there's three people in the card, and one person's like the naysayer, the one that's always like, "You're not going to do good. That why you doing it that way?" You're like, "Oh my god, just I don't want to tell them anything." They always find something wrong with it. And then there's the other person who's like the one who's the supporting and always behind you and backing you up, and they're just like, "Have you ever thought of doing it this way?" And they kind of can take you off course a little bit. But I feel it's like that second one. I mean, the first one, who there's like people that are just um not to say bad mouthing you, but just always finding fault instead of encouraging you. And I feel like this piece of your life is what is coming to a head, which you're like, thank God I'm done with it anyway, but it's like this is coming in, and you have the Mother of Swords. So it's the balancing of your heart and mind, and you have a full grip on that Ace of Swords, which is allowing you to really connect to the higher truths that are rooted in unconditional love. And you're seeing things in a completely different way. And it's allowing you to cut away and slice away those thoughts and those beliefs and things that no longer serve you. So the turmoil that comes up is that you're cutting things out of your life, thoughts and beliefs. And some people don't like that because it's their thoughts and beliefs that you're cutting out. And so I feel like that's what literally someone's making a mountain out of a molehill, and this turmoil all comes up, and you're just like, wow. And it's okay. Like, I feel like you're um not going to be super phased by it at all. That's what I liked about that card, saying don't worry, it's short lived. It's just like it's a shock to you because it's like you thought it was a small thing, but they make it into this huge thing because they're making it about them as usual. Like, as they say, as per usual, they're blowing it out and making it about them, and telling people that, oh, this is what she did, and this is what it did, and you're just like, I'm done. I'm done. And you're okay with this being removed out of your life. It's like this mountain is being removed out of your life. This mole that grew into a mountain is being removed out of your life. And so, this is definitely a good release for you. So I do like that for you, because it is going to free up so much space, emotional energy, and hours in your life, it feels like. So I do like that for you. So you're very welcome. All right, Spring. What does Spirit want you to hear? So, well, divine guidance seems to be the oracle that wants to speak to you this evening. This, of course, is the spiritual ink blot test. Though there is really no test, it's like spiritual ink blot message, that comes that way. So we will take a look here. Hey, DT, welcome, welcome. SDA, hello. I think that's everybody. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. If I have, my apologies. All right, so what would you like Spring to know this evening? Okay. Oh, look at this pretty card. Card number 27. Beautiful spirals. So whatever you saw on that, and let's take a look here. New direction. Says energetically, your life is ready to move in a new direction, but you have to allow for this to happen. Have you noticed that you do the same things each day, that you've fallen into a routine? It's time to break free from the daily patterns that you've created in your life. It's time to be spontaneous. When you do this, you open your energy to the possibilities of something new and revive your passion for living. The energy of the universe is ready to flow, and by consciously breaking free of the routines and patterns you've created in your life, you allow space for the new and different to manifest. Ooh, exciting. And then they do want also the Tarot of the Magical Forest, a couple cards for that. Let's see what is going on there. And then Rockstar, you will be next. All right. What else for Spring? What area of her life do you want to have the spontaneity, or what would you like her to know? Okay. These cards have a lot of energy. I think that Aries energy is flowing. All right. Dun dun dun. Death and rebirth. So yeah. And dun dun dun. Double endings and double new beginnings with those two X's. But this is about your higher self calling you out of your rut, out of the grave. Rise, rise. But definitely you know, this beautiful ignition here. And you have three major arcana out of the four cards. You have the strength card, of course, with your higher self, giving the love to your lower self. So with these two together, of course, it is all about this beautiful spiritual connection. Um, and the death card really comes in with this Knight of Swords. So, of course, it's all about the thoughts and the mindsets and the beliefs and the pursuit of more and more higher truths that are rooted in unconditional love, the quest that you're on. And so the death and rebirth, the things that the new direction is because you are letting old expectations and old ways of going away, right? And so you're moving in these directions. You're just, if they say that there's like multiple layers on an onion, how like life is about peeling away the layers of the onion and all that. I almost see you as like this um sushi sushi chef, or one of those chefs is all, and you're like dicing the onion. You're just like, I'm getting to the middle, screw this slow peeling. I'm just going for it. And I feel like, that's what you're doing with the Ace of Swords is you're just cutting away these beliefs and peeling through things in such a high amount. That's why I feel like your higher self is this really strong connection that's coming forward with all that. And part of that is cutting away the ruts and the old ways of doing things. That allows you to, when you do something new, even if you go a different route, like you always go a certain route somewhere, it's like, I'm going to take this way. I know it's longer. I'm going to take a different way anyway. It's not the most efficient, but it's like, I don't care. And then you discover stuff in the new ways of doing things, right? So I love that for you. All right. Yeah, pretty much. All right. Very good. So that is your message for this evening. Um, Spring onion sushi master. All right. You're welcome. All right, Rockstar. So you want a general advice from Spirit. And I feel like they're going to the uh, the wild unknown animal spirit oracle. So we'll see here. What is their general message for you there? And then DK, you will be next. And then Chaos, you will be after that. All right. So you got the you got the shark, which is not a bad card. It's not as bad as we might think it is. So the shark is directness, exposure, revealing true nature and true desire. So the shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. So this card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. And shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing's wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us, right? Doo-doo-doo-doo. When you're in balance with this energy, it's intriguing, it's captivating, it's mysterious. And when you're out of balance with it, it feels sneaking, it feels destructive. And to bring that energy into balance, it's all about honesty, getting honest with yourself, getting honest with others, what your desires are, what you're wanting to do, that type of thing. We're also going to use the Wild Unknown Tarot to get some of that as well. So we will check it here. Hey, Angelina, welcome, welcome. Hey, Kaylee. Hey, Whitney, welcome. All right. All right. So your surgery is tomorrow. Okay. Very good. Well, we will take a moment, if we can, just right now before I continue with that reading there, because our beautiful Miss Whitney is going in for surgery tomorrow. And I would just like to send her just some loving, healing energy to circle her and follow her through all of her surgery. Just bless all the doctor's hands, the nurse's hands, the anesthesiologist, everyone, and anything that is from this moment through to recovery and after. We send huge blessings and huge love, surrounding you with beautiful healing angels and protective angels as you go through that. And I'll continue to send you energy too. So you hang in there. Take it a moment at a time. Aw. Well, you are loved, Whitney. You are. Definitely are. So So you hang in there and rest and recover, and we'll see you on the flip side, for sure. All right. Thank you, Rockstar. So in addition to the shark, what else would they like you to know, please? What would you like Rockstar to know about this honesty and um, expressing their true selves? Okay. Yeah. All right. So you also got the judgment card, which is this is your true self. When it says expressing your true self, this is the true self of yours. Your human side down here is just the character you're playing. So it's really about stepping into your power and expressing how you uniquely want to share the love in your heart with the world. Um, so I love that because you also have the justice card, which is about seeking your higher truths, expressing your truth, balancing out the small t truths that is usually lopsided in our lives in the beginning because all we think we know is all these truths that are related to the fear of losing conditional love, all these thoughts and beliefs and opinions and blah, 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 right? All the human stuff that we've been poured into our heads. And then boom, you have this connection and this awareness of higher realms, and there's so much more than what we've been told and taught. And then as you expand more and connect with your higher self and who you really are, you realize you can cut away and get rid of a lot of these other things that are not true. And so I feel like you're really stepping into expressing your truth. Yeah, you've got the lovers card. So three major arcana out of three cards. This is kind of a life changing, life altering thing. This is power of choice, so power of emotional choices. So, in all of this, you're realizing that regardless of what happens in the outside world, you get to choose what you want to feel as you go through it. Again, those supposed to's and shoulds, we're all taught when this happens, this is how you're supposed to feel. And you're like, okay, that's how I'm going to feel. The, when I was young, like really, really young, like 2 years old, back in the Stone Age days, my brother, he actually, I have an older brother, he's like 3 years older. That we have these old swing sets that are hollow tubes that hold them up, and you swing on the swing, but the foundation of it's like this metal that if something too heavy on it, it'd probably bend it anyway. But he kind of pushed me and I fell back and hit my head on the hollow tube, and it made a loud noise. It didn't hurt, but the loud noise. And I knew that when I fell down, I was supposed to cry. And so I was about to cry, and my brother didn't want to get in trouble. So I got up and he took me and he shook me and he started laughing. And he was like, laugh, laugh. And I started to laugh instead of cry. And that, even though that was way back then, it really didn't dawn on me till later in life when I remembered that. And I'm like, oh, that was the power of emotional choice all the way back then, that I chose to laugh instead of cry. And so I feel like that's that power that's coming in here too around this situation of honesty, that as you're able to, if you're fearing sharing a truth and stepping out and being you, because you're fearing what other people are going to say or do or act or react, and everything else, whatever this choice or this truth that you are keeping kind of under the surface. It's that you can choose what anyone's actions towards you. You get to choose what it means about you and what you want to feel about it. It doesn't have to be devastating. So it's kind of like it helps you remove the fear out of telling everyone, boom, here we go. And I know, a lot of times in our lives, when we fear something, we won't do it until the ugly feeling of not doing it outweighs the fear. And then it's a no brainer. But while the fear remains bigger than the ugly feeling of not doing it, not being true to ourselves or whatever it is, we'll keep it under wraps, right? We'll keep it below the surface while the shark circles with its fin going, I know you're there, but you're not going to, hopefully no one notices that fin. Um, but that is their unique Aries Eve full moon message to you. Hopefully it resonated. Oh my goodness. I tell you, after last night's spirit was so weird last night. It was crazy. It was just so energetic. It was crazy. Okay, back on track. All right, DK. So you want to know Prince's feelings for you and the marriage possibility. Okay, we're going to use the Spirit Song Tarot for that and see what they would like to have you know. Okay. So, what are Princess feelings for you, DK? Okay. And then the possibility of marriage. I do apologize about my little coughing there. Hopefully, it's not too loud in the microphone there. So, the feelings that he has, I mean, he's got the Four of Crystals, which more has to do with their feelings of themselves, which is this solid foundation, how they feel in the outside world. They feel very solid in it. And like the Empress shows like newness, new start, refreshing, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, type of energy to it. So it's like this, nurturing. And I want to say like a mother because I know that's not what someone wants to hear. But like a very nurturing individual, like a mother would be. But it is, they see you as this, person who has a big heart and cares about people and is nurturing. Um, and we have the Five of Pentacles here too, which I feel like with that four and that five of both of those, four and five of crystals, where one is about security and them feeling, this beautiful, solid feeling of them in the outside world. When you add you to the picture, suddenly they feel a little out of uh, off center. So I feel like they're just like they had their life all, and then they meet you and they're like, you're so cool and everything, and they love the nurturing and they like who you are. But then it's like, well, if I brought you into my life, suddenly there's something else added, to that four that makes it different. It makes it odd. Literally, four plus one is five, which makes it an odd number. And I kind of feel like there's those mixed feelings going on around there. As far as possibility of marriage, you have the Page of Acorns, which is the Page of Wands, as well as the King of Feathers, which is the King of Swords. And so the Page of Wands is actually, a heightened passion, a heightened energy. And the King of Wands, of course, I'm sorry, the King of Feathers is all about the mind. It's the sword suit and all that. And I feel like he must be like maybe an air sign or have a lot of air in his chart, because it's like he's so much in his head about things that it doesn't feel like it would, uh, even register in their head right now. They just have so much that they are in organizing and having their life so this way that I feel like that's what kind of keeps them in this, five of crystals kind of thing where it's like, why, I don't know. I don't know. It would just totally change everything. And he's like, I don't know, how sometimes if someone has some OCD in their lives, that they have to have things a certain way, and I kind of feel like they're like they really like all that, and when something new comes in, kind of freaks them out, so they almost pretend that it's not there. So I don't know. That's weird. Like I said, this is a weird night. This Aries full moon energy seems to be just bizarre, but that's what's happening. I really feel with that. I just don't feel like that's what they're that it's on their mind in that manner. So hopefully that resonated for you, DK. But I kind of just if it is a serious relationship that you're looking for, I would just gently move into it because I think if you're trying to push things and have things happen, it would just freak them out too much with that. So, all right. So, Chaos, you are next. General read. You have a new connection, a Native American, and just a general reading on that. Okay. So, they do want me to go to the Spirit Animal Oracle. Let's take a look here and see what they have to say about this. Okay, and then Aditi, you will be next. All right. So, what about this Native American? Okay. Interesting. Got koi fish. Card number 36, which says there is always enough. So the koi fish who grows big within a small pond reminds us that within each of us is the potential for prosperity. The law of abundance ensures that prosperity is our natural state. So, regardless of temporary outer conditions, you can call in prosperity and magnetically attract the opportunities and abundance you need. The message of koi fish spirit is to begin to generate wealth within with deliberate intention, no matter how small your pond may seem, and appreciate abundance wherever you see it. Outer conditions will come to reflect your inner prosperity. So begin to become the self who is comfortable with wealth in all forms. And of course, you can replace wealth with anything. Even if at the moment it feels as if riches are not yours, they soon will be. So start to envision that the plenty that spirit wants you to experience, knowing that the moment you begin to commit to conscious and deliberate co creating, spirit will joyfully start bringing you what you need. You have so much to offer and so much of value to express to the world. In your little pond, there is much you can create and much you can attract. Do not underestimate what you have and who you are, for koi fish spirit wants you to know that you are exquisite, loved, and deeply cherished. Trust that outer conditions are changing to reflect that truth. Oh, I like that. And it's our inner beliefs, like we've been talking about all pretty much all this last week, about what we focus on grows, and what we believe about ourselves is what we see in the outside world. My mom, she is a devout a Christian, and so she will tell me. I mean, I grew up, Christianity from 13 to like 29, and so I understand all the Bible, example stuff too. And one of her favorites is that Moses, when they were running away from the Egyptians, were on the edge of the Red Sea, and it parted to let him go through to escape, but it didn't part until his foot touched the water. Which is that when they take the action to make movement, that's when stuff happens. It did. He didn't go. it open, and then he stepped down into it. He stepped and touched the water, and as soon as his big toe touched the water, it was like whoosh, and it just opened up like that. So there you go. That is your general read regarding Native American. All right. I tell you, they're getting weirder and weirder tonight. You are all forewarned. That's all I can say. All right. So I think, let me just make sure. I think we were to Aditi is next. All right. So you want to know, ask the universe, are you planning on any blessings for your mom? Angel guidance. Okay. Yeah, I do want to pull from the angels and ancestors deck here. We'll see what they have to say. Any blessings for your mom? And then SDA, you will be next. And then Angelina after that. All right. All right. There we go. So for your mom, you got the star ancestor, which says, follow the voice of your soul. Just get a quick drink here. Excuse me. All right. Well, it says, heed the messages coming directly from your soul. The star ancestors is a term for extraterrestrial light beings who are dedicated to the healing and growth of our world. And these incredible beings are divine embodiments of love who bring wisdom from the higher realms. Often people feel a sense of connectedness when they look up into the night sky and see the stars. I believe that's because they are remembering their starry connections, and those are what this card represents. The star ancestor is reminding your mom that she has otherworldly support and that her friends from the stars can help her if she's willing to be helped. They can support her in connecting with and following her soul's deepest calling. There is a deeper purpose to her human journey. Not only was she born on purpose, she was born for a purpose. She was born to be a bright light in the world, and there are supporters out there in the universe sending waves of energy to guide her at this time. Information and inspiration that has been coming her way recently is not new information, but memories. Her feelings of being drawn in a particular direction are the awakening of an aspect of her soul. She's being drawn towards a road that will not only light her up, but also help her light up her corner of the world. Continue following the cosmic guidance that is coming her way. So she is supported. I think she needs to know that she's here on purpose for a purpose, and she's so supported by the heavenly realms, by those beautiful beings across the universe. And I really feel like if she doesn't stargaze, I really feel this urge for her to spend some time, sit outside and look up at the stars. What does she feel? What does she see? Um, and what does she hear uh, as well, inside? Because I feel like there is messages that come for her all the time. I feel she knows it and she hears it, but there might be a lot going on around in the outside world that's noisy for her. And I feel that stargazing allows her to get away from all the noise, get away from all that blah, 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 blah. And then she can feel the love, she can feel the energy, and she can hear the messages very much more clearly. So that is for your mom. All right. So let's continue here. So I think SDA, you were next. Yep. So you are next. SDA, we will not pass you by ever, ever again. I still feel bad about that one night. I know you have forgiven me, so I will forgive myself. Okay. All right. So let's take a look. I am drawn to the Aboriginal Spirit Oracle for you. So let's take a look and see what they have to say. Then Angelina, you will be next. All right. So what would you like SDA to know, please? Okay. Here we are. So if you were listening earlier, the Turmoil card came in. So there is this change that's coming, this movement, this thing that's being moved. And I do want to pull, of course, like as I did for the earlier one, pull some cards to find out what area of the life is this change coming from. And it says, "Do not fear turmoil. Whatever's going to change, it's only temporary. It's just the shock of it that's like what." But we'll find out what more about it. So tell us more about this turmoil. What would you like? Okay. Just move that out of the way here. No kidding. That's the Tower card. If it's not showing up too good there. It says the Tower. That's the Tower. No kidding. That something's being removed. That's what we want to know. What is it? So there is the Ten of Wands too, which does show that there's been something that's been burdening you for quite a while. That has this, all this energy that's happening. Um, you just been investing a lot of emotional energy, physical energy, mental energy, just a lot of life energy. Um, and that's like, this is what is coming to an end, but you just are surprised how fast that it gets removed for you. Because, you have the Five of Wands here, which means that there, was some turmoil that was going on. There it goes. So, but this is that changing of energy. Five is the number of change too. So you have endings, the new beginnings happening, and turmoil, things being removed out, and you're like, what? But the Five of Wands is what changes it from these feelings of fear and that you feel like you're being attacked or um, treated unfairly. It's like, that Five of Wands is all about the battling in the beginning that eventually transforms, where they were friends that were helping each other improve their skills and do that. And so the energy changes from conflict to love. And I kind of feel like that's what's all happening here. It's almost like there's something that you're investing so much energy into ending or defending against, and suddenly it's just like poof. It's like what? It's like you know, um, you have like and this is not what it is, but they're giving me the example of the emotion. It's like you have $10,000 you owe on a credit card, and you've been paying it off and working extra hours. And it's like all this energy trying to pay it off, and then suddenly you try to go to make a payment, and they're like, "It's gone. There's no balance anymore." And you're like, What? Wait, no, this got to be wrong." Da 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 da. And they're like, "No, there was this thing that happened, and it's been forgiven and it's been released." And you're like, "But I owe it." And they're like, "No, it's gone." It's like that kind of a wait a minute. There's just this thing that's removed out of your life that has been taking so much energy, and it makes sense because um, you do have the Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, of course, is about new opportunities, things unfolding in the outside world. And the Seven of Pentacles, in this case, represents a change of where you're investing your energy in the outside world. So it's like It's just this huge switch suddenly, and it's like, okay, that's taken care of, and now I can invest all the energy in this direction. So, I love it. And you have the Knight of Swords, which is about action and movement, and a lot of it is thought and belief and mindset and attitude too. So, a lot of expectations change because of this. The sudden change, you're like, I would never have expected that. And it's like, now you know how you can expect the unexpected more. You can be open to miracles. You can be open to a belief that not everything needs to be hard and hard won and hard removed, or it doesn't always have to be that. There's always such a wide range of possibilities, and that's what I feel is their message for you for the uh, day before the Aries full moon. So that is their message for you, SDA. I do love that, Stacy. All right. Now, Angelina, you are next. And you want to know, you just want some angel guidance for your current situation. So we will pull an angel card for you there. And let me just look down here real quick. Oh, good. I'm glad you love that Sag reading. All right. Sorry, I'm just reading real quick here. Just want to get down to who will be next after that. Uh, all right. Well, I think the next question is way down here. You guys are having a great conversation. All right. Well, it's way, way down there. So I will get to that one next. We won't delay. And I will move on to Angelina, who wants a spirit message with guidance for your current situation. And thank you guys for all your likes. I really appreciate that. If you haven't already given me a thumbs up on this video, if you consider doing so, it does help out my channel and does help me spread the love, Zen love throughout the world. And it needs it, right? So if you haven't done that, I really appreciate it. All right, what else here? Okay, there we go. Ah, wow, look at this. So you've got the Sky Father, which is trust in the unknown. Beautiful picture there. Let me see. A little better there. There we go. Well, some. And let's see what Skyfather has for you here. It says, trust that your path is unfolding exactly as it needs to. You have a personal relationship with the Great Father. Know that he is lovingly leading you forward. The Sky Father features in many religions and mythologies as the Father God. He's the counterpart to the Earth Mother in many traditions. So, this card represents the universal powers that are masculine in essence, the energies that people have called out to and looked up to in times of need and gratitude. Skyfather personifies your relationship with the masculine energies of the divine and possibly a very powerful male or father figure, too. You are a co creator of your life, and every thought, feeling, intention, and emotion you have is creating the road ahead. With that being said, you don't need to know every single detail of what is going to unfold before you. Well, when this card appears, you are being guided to step back and get out of your own way because there is a greater power that is not only around you, but within you. And Skyfather is creating the best experience imaginable for you. Accepting this will allow miraculous energy to come into your life. So see things from a higher perspective, like the eagle on the card as the eagle goes down. Let me just hold that up there. This card can also appear when there are opportunities to improve the father connection in your life. If your father figure is in heaven, know that his spirit is drawing close. If he's on earth, there's an opportunity to heal something, whether past or present. So that is your message from spirit. I do love that for you. All right. So let me take a look here. I don't think I'm missing anyone. Let me just quickly read. So that was when Whitney was in here. Blessings to her. All right. So Nia Kumari, you are next by what I'm seeing here. So when will Ajit uh, come back into your life? Let's take a look here. I do want to go to the Tarot of the Magical Forest, so we will look at that. Hey, Debbie, love and light to you. All right, loyal to Lauren Tarot. Yeah, you can ask a question. If you didn't already ask one down below, I'll pull a general reading for you when I get to that message there. So let's see here, Nia. When will Ajit be coming back into your life? What would they like you to know about this? So we start off with the moon card here, which the moon card is this unknown. And, uh, I know when they do this that we're like, what? They're like, divine timing, understand there's some unknown, there's this path that you have to follow first. And um, I'll do this one first because this is the path that you're on, which is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is about discovering the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are deceiving you, because you already have been doing that. You've left two behind, but you still have five that you're carrying around. So you do have these expectations, these fears, these thoughts and beliefs that are not allowing you to see things clearly and feel things clearly, and allow yourself about what you feel about yourself and the world and others. And so it's those things that are you're holding on to that are the release, and that this journey is when you're on that journey and going down that road on the moon here. I mean, underneath the moon, this is you going down this road, because at the end of it, you do have the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment card. But uh, the journey has to be taken uh, in order for this question to be answered. The when, they're like, this journey has to be taken first. Because I really feel that your Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment, after you go through this journey, is going to change. And I feel like they're saying that the journey needs to be completed. The Nine of Cups, the nine being very hermity, which is about you finding this emotional fulfillment from within on your path. And it is very much, this discovery that you have, again, on that path. They keep on saying the path. You must do the path. You must go on the path. You can't rush the path. You have to go on the path. And I'm just like, they get it. She gets it. It's a path, and it's something that you have to go with on that. And but it transforms your whole journey. It transforms what you're wanting, how you get there, and so they're like. Uh, Kind of guiding you instead of focusing on that question. They're like, focus on this path. It's going to change your world. And that Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment, wonderful, bright card for you. So, they're basically saying that's the carrot at the end of the stick. They're like, that's what's at the end of the path is wish fulfillment. So you need to go on the path. So I tell you, I warned you guys, they're really weird tonight. Don't know what is going on. Full moon energy at its fullest, right? And Aries, which is very playful because it's the first, of course, suit or the first, sign at the beginning of the zodiac. So it's the baby, it's the birth, it's the child. So they're like, "Da, da, 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 da," that energy, right? All right. So that's your message, Nia. I know it wasn't like the probably the even close to what you were going. I didn't think I was going to get a message like that at all. All right. So let me continue to look here. All right. So then we were to loyal to Lauren. Let me just jump down here. I don't see skim, skim, skim. Yeah, I don't see a specific question anywhere. Um, so let me actually, oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to pull a general reading for you, and I'm drawn to the Queen of the Moon Oracle for you. So let's take a look and see what they have for you. And Kaylee, you will be next. SDA, did you miss your reading? Oh, okay, good. So you did go back and listen to it. All right. So for loyal to Lauren Tarot, what would they like you to know, please? Okay. You got purity, the snow moon, full moon. I tell you. All right. So let's take a look here. Card number 30. And it says, look for the simplest and cleanest solution. Understand your motives for doing what you are doing. Be as clear as possible in your communication. And the little affirmation for the card is, I know why I do what I do. The word purity now seems to have a kind of loaded moral quality to it. And anytime that the word is mentioned, people mostly think about how it's used in religions or in morals. For example, the purity of virgins, the purity of no sex before marriage, the purity of celibacy, the purity of bloodline of certain extreme right wing groups. No wonder we use the word with some trepidation. The purity that this author refers to here is the purity of the silver moon on the unmarked snow, the simple purity of intention that nature demonstrates, the purity of clean water in a mountain stream, the purity of one single purpose. And the Cambridge Dictionary defines this kind of purity as being clean or free from harmful substances. And I guess in our world, so full of pollution and damage to the environment, that many that may will be hard to find. However, the ancients looked at the cycles that brought ice and snow as a sort of reset button, a time when everything lay fallow for a while and brought with it a kind of simplicity. These times were hard, but if we were prepared for them, we would survive. They are good reasons to strive for a kind of positive purity in our lives. Being precise with our language and as clear as we can be in our communication means fewer miscommunications and misunderstandings in our relationships and work life. Keeping our intentions pure and untainted with lower energies, such as jealousy and revenge or unworthiness, as much as possible means that our motivations are pure and not muddy in their reasoning. And the companion stone for that is clear quartz. So, the message for you, Lauren, whatever your question may be, or if you're just looking for a general question, is keep it pure, keep it simple, keep it clean. Don't let all these other things, interfere. I kind of feel like go back to your why, you because it says, "I know why I do what I do." And I don't feel like it's an action like, "Well, I know why I act that way." It's like, no, you understand and are really getting this clear definition, going back to your why of why I do what I do. Like with my tarot and what I do with my life, I know why I do what I do. It's my North Star. It's the on the compass. It helps, my due north. It if anything gets kind of fuzzy and unclear, I'm like, what is my why? Why am I doing what I'm doing? I'm like, no, I don't need to do that because that's not me and what I want to do. It just helps you in your steps and where you want to head. So I like that. And if you do have specific questions, you can always put them down below and come back. I'll be coming back around. All right. So, Kaylee, do you think we'll get tens? I don't know. Let's see here. So, you want a general read? It's too funny. Too funny, funny, funny. But I am being drawn to the animal spirit oracle from the wild unknown. All right. Hey, son. All right. So, what would you like Kaylee to know, please? What would you like Kaylee to know, please? So, you got the earthworm. Let's see what message the earthworm has for you. And then we'll pull some tarot as well from the Wild Unknown Tarot, its counterpart. Let me just find these here. There it is. And it says shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. And it says we have all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. When you're in balance with this energy, you're earnest, you're intelligent, you're valuable. And when you're out of balance with this energy, you're self conscious and apprehensive. And to bring that energy into balance, it's all about speaking up and risking embarrassment. I like that. Definitely, when new people, especially new people go into a company and stuff, people are like, don't rock the boat. We've been doing it this way for years. I mean, like, if you do this way, you don't have to work as hard. What? It's like, okay, well, wait a minute. Do speak up. What did you say? So let's take a look here and see what they want to add into that here for you. All right. And then Sun, you will be next, Sun Lehman. All right. What else for Kaylee? What about, would you like her to know, please? Mm-hmm. Keeping them all to myself till the end. Here we go. All right. So you have the 9 of Pentacles that's coming in here. And this is about what a wonderful, card to get, because it is you're finding your wholeness and your completeness and your worth from the inside. That's that hermit journey that comes in there. And you also have the Three of Pentacles, which is all about staying true to your authentic path and to your authentic self. Don't be drawn off course by, you know, the naysayers, the dream busters, the people that are all blah 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 about you can't do it that way, you need to do it a different way. You're never gonna make any money like that, blah blah blah, right? Or even the people who are on your side and supporting you and backing you up, and they say, "That's great, and you're doing it. Have you ever thought of doing it that way?" And you're like, "Well, I don't want to lose their support, and so I guess I will lean that way." You don't have to. They're saying, "Stay true to your authentic self. Find that worth from within yourself here," because you do have the Seven of Cups, which is all about emotional choice. And I love the way they have this card because it's like, here's all the way everyone else does it. And in this case, they're saying, no, 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 do it your way, which is this way. Even though it's like going against the flow, which is not normally what this card means, but this is what it means for you in this moment. It's like, be you, be you. Don't try to be everyone else because that's not who you are. It's like, uh, again, it's just be the authentic you. Find your worth from who you are on the inside and how you're expressing your authentic self to the world. And I love that, especially with that earthworm. Don't feel like you have to be like all the other people. You have new information, you have new perspectives, you have new ways of looking at things. And so don't let any of that hold you back. I just really feel like it's uh, just a big thumbs up. You're on the right path. Don't get distracted by expectations that other people have on you or their mouthiness or whatever it might be. You don't have to, just like say, nope, you're on the right path. You've heard it from spirit. Who's gonna listen to these little human characters? They're just little puppets. Why listen to a Muppet? It's just a hand inside of a sock. Listen to spirit, right? So that is your message. Oh my god, it's getting weirder. Okay, so let's take a look here. Thank you, Sun. You were very next here, I believe. What did you do? Yep, you're right here. All right, let me just scroll down a little bit. And so you would love a general reading, Sun Lehman or Sun Lehman? Layman? Wow, okay. This one really jumped out to me. So you have the Shaman's Dream Oracle that are popping up here for you first. And then, hey, Samosa. You will be next after that. And then Lily Scarlet Aqua from New Zealand. Very nice. You'll be after that. All right. So, Sun, let's see. What would they like you to know today? What would you like Sun to know? Okay. You got, Benefactor. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see if that will. There it goes. Two little mice, one with a crown. Grace and generosity, number 3. All right. So it's when the benefactor card weaves her energy into your life, you're put on notice that all manner of positive reinforcement is coming your way. The universe wants to let you know that just as you have been generous with others, serving with your gifts, even in the smallest capacity, so will you be rewarded in myriad ways. The most beautiful gift the benefactor gives you is the recognition that you are stewarding and sharing abundance on behalf of a higher source, one that is always working through you. And the motives for her generosity to you, as well as yours to others, are intangible, although you will see the results reflected in the material world. The benefactor reminds you that it's in the purity of your desire to share without the need for reciprocity that paradoxically your initial generosity is reciprocated tenfold, seemingly without any connection to the original act. Almost thought I was doing a cat in a hat reading here. But it says, dream sharing and caring into being, and you will be amazed to see this vibrant seed take root and spread. Do it just because, and the benefactor will give you her blessing. So, really looking at your motivation behind what you're doing and how you're doing it, knowing that you're giving of your heart in your own way, and you may not be giving like tangible things, but you're giving a lot of intangible things that will show themselves reflected in the outside world because you're doing things for people that are changing them somehow on the inside. And that eventually makes its way out to the outside, even though you may not see those things happen immediately. Because we don't change from the outside in, we change from the inside out. And it's not overnight changes, right? It takes time for it to seep out, and you get to see though your impact on individuals. So I do like that. I do want to pull a couple everyday tarot real quick here for you too. And I don't think I've thanked everyone for your patience in this session. So thank you so much as I work through the readings and get down to the bottom. I appreciate all the likes and all you new subscribers, all my other older subscribers. Appreciate all the support, all the love. I feel very honored to be here. So what else for Sun? So the first card that popped out here is the Ten of Wands, which has a dual meaning for you. One is that this is representation of the harvest that you've had. Like you did a lot of work and you've given, 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 and this is like you reaping a lot of your harvest. So you're going to be seeing some of this coming back, right? And I think it even said tenfold. Here's the 10. But it's also you've invested a lot of energy and you're ready for that to end. Like this, you're having this change in your life that's taking you in a new direction that you hadn't been before, because that energy is going to be reinvested in a new way because this one is done. You also have the World card here, which is all about ending of major cycles and beginning of new. And where that's a minor arcana, which is about like a current change here, this is about that it is a significant life cycle change to where you're altering things. It would be like almost changing jobs or moving locations that you've been living in for a long time. It's like it's something significant that's impacting there. You also have the Six of Cups here, which is the nostalgia card, and this is about old memories. Um, although it also has to do with like old relationships or old going back home, returning back home, or going. It's like either people from your past that you haven't seen in a while are show up, or you go back to a place, an old memory that you've had, and that's part of the cycle change. This part of these changes is that it's changing. And it could be even if you're in your childhood home that you're moving out of it or you're selling it, or it's like that kind of a thing, that there's a significance to childhood with people coming into it, or you're leaving away from it. And that's going to be a good start for you. It's again all meant for you. It's unfolding for you, not happening to you. And it is this new beginning that impacts other people in different ways for you too. So I like that for you. So that is your general reading, Sun. And then, so Mosa, you are next here. So you want to know about your future spouse, their personality, their economic status, etc. So we'll take a look here and see what Spirit is willing to tell you about them. And we're going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot, the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. And then Lily, you will be next. Hey, Portia. You'll be next after that. Very good. Hey, Anju. And Martina. And Sunny Girl. Thank you guys so much for being here. All right, let's get moving here. Let's get moving. Okay, Samosa. All right. Future spouse, personality, economics. What is spirit willing to let you know about them? All right. Well, looky here. You have a knight on a white horse, a knight in shining armor. How cliche. But they're romantic. They're very in tune, with their emotions. And you see how they're in pursuit of the Holy Grail. They're in pursuit of higher love, and they get it. So they very much have passions, romantically, and really could actually be a water sign with these being on there, especially since you also have the world card that has all four um, of the different signs on it. But the world card also shows that they have achieved a lot. That knight achieving and having the Ace of Cups, they've have these quests and they achieve them and they do it. And this world card shows that they, have achieved things and ended things, completed things to start new things and new adventures. And so they very much are like you were asking for their economic status and that type of thing. They've achieved, so they do have that solid foundation. I feel this is more emotionally driven, because of all these cups that they do achieve those things, because of their passion. They have this drive for them, right? Yeah. So this does make sense too. They have the chariot, so their movement and they get action done. They understand what their choices happen, what choices do in their life, and that they hold so much in their own hands. The devil card here shows that they have really, especially at that world card too, have worked on releasing themselves from the things that had felt them, trapped before. That world card just really keeps spinning. It's like they've achieved and achieved and achieved and done so much work in so many different ways in their life. And I really do like that. Let me see what this other cards are here. Yeah. Yep. So, the Three of Cups is about celebration and joy, and the Six of Cups is about their memories and their childhood memories. And with that devil card being there, it means they've again have overcome and really looked into their emotions and what they experienced growing up, and they transformed it. They've really done their inner shadow work, and that's this Three of Cups. They have this joy, and that's why they were able to do so much and really get far in things, because they what held them back before, they just didn't want it anymore, and they did whatever they had to do, shadow work, counseling, whatever they did, really freed them up and made them kind of, they had to grow up fast when they were younger, which did have them feel like they had to take the power over their own lives and get things done. So very self-sufficient, very emotionally mature, like has a really high emotional intelligence. And because of that, they just have a great economic status. They're very secure, but they're secure on the inside and the outside, not just trying to have like riches or whatever make up for what they feel they're lacking on the inside. So I do like that for you. All right. Our New Zealander. Welcome, welcome. And Let me see here. Lily, did you just want to? Okay, so you just want a general tarot reading to what's coming up. Okay, very good. Thank you for clarifying that. So let's take a look here. Where do they want me to go here? So I do am called here to the Queen of the Moon Oracle. So we'll start there and see what they would like you to know. And then I think we'll also have a few tarot. Then Portia, you are next in queue, next up to bat. All right. So what would you like Lily to know, please? All right. Got beautiful card number 33, master number and blossoming. Look at this card. Full moon. That is the flower moon. Ooh. All right. It says, do not give up. You have planned for this. Take no notice of what others think or say about you. Open and rise. Someone around you may be jealous of your success. Mark your victories. And the affirmation for this card is I joyfully blossom and I feel no fear. In the country in which this author lives, there really aren't a lot of meadows. That classic kind of gently rolling open space, often between a forest or mountains. This kind of space whispers to you, here, rest a while. Lay down, my friend, it's soft. The first true meadow that she saw was in Yosemite National Park here in the United States. And it was early spring. The snows had pretty much stopped, and nature had taken her opportunity. In front of her, as far as she could see, was a green meadow of grasses covered in blossoming flowers. It was so beautiful, it almost made her cry. She just stood there for a long while, taking it all in, and it felt so hopeful and new and joyful. So she felt hopeful and renewed and joyful. She walked into the meadow and soon was surrounded by all of this blossoming, and the flower fragrance drifted up with the breeze. There was a dusting of pollen on her clothes, and she could hear the contented buzzing of a few insects. In that moment, she was so grateful to be part of the meadow. Anything seemed possible there. There is a time to blossom. We plant seeds physically and metaphorically, so they will blossom into what we intend. Perhaps the journey has been a long and hard one, but we shouldn't give up, especially if we are close. Fear is usually the thing that prevents flow and blossoming. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of change, fear of what people think. Uh, I could go on, she says. But know if we can release the useless fears and begin to enjoy our growth and eventual blossoming, it will all be worthwhile. I love it. Companion stone for that, if you are into those, is ruby. I like that. So ruby, ruby, ruby. And then let's take a look here and see what they want you to know more about this blossoming and what else they may have for you. All right. What else for Lily Scarlet Aqua? I'm also an Aquarius sun. So I get it. Let's take a look here. All right. So let me just get these all out here. This is my lifelong poster child card, so it's like kind of smirked a little bit. But you have the fives here. You have the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. So there's this beautiful blossoming. Fives are a number of change and like transformation, seeing the other side of things. And you're understanding more about your worth and where your sustenance comes from, and you're really understanding what your beliefs are and what you want to believe. And you're really not so much into the trying to get assistance from the outside world, trying to prove, you know, individual beliefs are true or not. You're really going on this inner journey, I feel. Um, and I don't really see it a whole lot in a lot of the cards in a way. It's not like screaming it, but I really, really feel that. And because you have the Eight of Cups, though, which is about leaving behind the emotions that no longer serve you. You are ready to move into the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. You do have the Magician, which is all about you recognizing your power up here. This is your infinite self, and that Ace of Wands is you acting as this conduit, bringing that beautiful energy and knowledge through you and out into the world. You have the Justice card too, which is about balancing of your, you know, knowledge. You know, the Ace of Swords in the middle there, that's the center of it, is about you connecting to the higher realms, you know, like that magician. You're reaching up and really connecting to the capital T truths that are rooted in the unconditional love and the wisdom that you glean from this relationship that you're developing with the higher realms, which helps this balancing out. Where, and again, it comes back to that Five of Swords, where normally we would try to defend our small t truths of the human world, going, no, this is what is true. You're wrong. And they're like, no, you're wrong. My truth is more truer. And it's like you're learning through all this that justice is a human thing. There is no harm that is ever done. There's just experiences, right? And you're really grounding yourself in these truths where you don't care about all that stuff anymore. I just feel like you're uh, this movement away from those thoughts and those beliefs and those emotions and all that is just this huge thing, like the blossoming. You're going out into this place and becoming part of something so big. It just feels like a little puppy that's been in its crate all day long, and you come home and let it out, and it's like free, bye, psh, and they take off. Because you also have the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is, you know, a lot of fire energy. She is so capable of fine tuning and focusing her energy and where she wants to head, what she wants to do. Confidence. She walks into a room and brightens it up. She also, there's normally a black cat, which they have lions on here, but it's normally a black cat, which represents her connection to the spiritual realm as well. So intuition, trusting, and when she's making her decisions, that she's trusting that inner voice. So I just feel like there's this, like you're a high priestess who goes into your high priestess temple, and people are like, is she okay? She has been in there for days. You know, you just withdraw and connect to the spirit realm in such deep ways that you kind of have this friendship with the spirit realm, that you prefer that in animals over humans. I don't know where all that's coming from, but that is what they're wanting you to know, that you're blossoming and you're part of this bigger thing, and you're uh, on the right track. You know, you're expressing yourself, you're cutting all these things out of your life, and you're flourishing like that giant flower. I'm sorry, a giant field of flowers. So that is your message. Wow, I do like that for you. It didn't get weird. What happened? Oh, I guess the puppy. I don't know. You know, who knows what's going on. Okay, so let's keep going down here. All right, Portia. So you were next. It says, is the father of your kids going to take them to live with them? Let's take a look here. I feel like we want to go to the Tarot of the Magical Forest for that. Tina. I do see that you had requested one, and you're down there. Okay. So we'll see what unfolds here. Okay. So Portia, let's take a look here. Can you tell us about the situation with the father and the children? Mm. Well, there seems to be this balancing out of things, it's like moving slowly. I almost feel like there's this going back and forth, you can see kind of see if I can get that to focus. There it goes. See how these like has that cup going back and forth. It's like he's doing alchemy and doing this, and it kind of feels like they're going back and forth and back and forth. And that can be, I don't think that's the children going back and forth. I think it's their thoughts and their thinking through things, because there is this change of course that's happening here. So it's like what was previously planned is uh, changing in a way, because the ace of wands is about new adventure, the two is about plans, and that steps are taken, but the three is like amongst the plans there's an alternate course that's taken. So it feels like there's a change that's happening, that there's this adjustment, this thing that's unfolding differently. And the King of Pentacles is about I'm sorry, the Knight of Pentacles, not the King, um, is about movement, that there's movement happening, but it's slow and it's taking time for things to unfold. So it feels like things are kind of in this holding pattern and they're trying to figure some stuff out. But can you give us an idea of where it's kind of headed? Mm. There is the 10 of Cups, which, so this is emotional fulfillment for it. And, it looks like, there's people together with children, and it's this bright future. So, whatever is unfolding here, they're not telling me exactly what's happening yet, but of course, they're reassuring you that whatever unfolds is for the highest emotional experience of everyone, that it is designed for all of you. Let me see if they'll give me anything else. Yeah, you have the Page of Swords. So there's new ideas, new communication, new thoughts and beliefs that are coming through here. But I really feel it's like new ideas and new communication. It's just like there's so much up in the air, it feels like. And in this period of time, for you, I'm just trying to get some clarity. I know you're looking for some direction. Well, Ace of Pentacles. So it's new opportunities that are opening up in the outside world that are coming. So I kind of feel like it's just uh, things are unfolding, but things are changing. New things are coming into the picture that are just altering everything that's going on here. But they want you to focus on that in the end, it's going to be what's best for everyone. And you can trust that. Um, but yeah, they're not giving any specific answer to that unless there's something in there that gave you a clear picture. It's kind of like they're just especially with those Knight of Pentacles, it's all about things take time in the outside world to unfold. And um, it's whenever we have this divine timing thing that we all love about, things take time to unfold during these pockets of waiting. It's like we feel like we're in prison, right? We're like, I need answers. And it's during this process, like, is when we learn the most about what's going on inside us, and pay attention to the feelings that are coming up, the fears that are coming up, things that are being brought to you, because this is the more we do that work and the more we look into that and reflect on it, the faster the seasons go. Otherwise, it just draws them out. So we kind of encourage you to understand what it is you're feeling, what are your fears, and really get to the root of those to understand those, and that will help things move move forward. All right. And then Matina, you had asked for a reading, and it looks like there was some messages retracted, but it looks like here you said, "Will R and you be in a romantic relationship before the year ends?" So let's take a look here. We'll pull that here. And Sunny Girl, hello, hello. Okay, yeah, so you were actually the next one anyway, Matina, as I'm looking down here. So that is perfect. All right. All right. So will you and R be in a romantic relationship before the year ends? Let's see here. Okay. So let's take a look here. Let's see what you got. Whoops. Hit my keyboard. No, no. Okay, there we go. Didn't want to lose my space. Wow. So you've got all feather cards, which are all swords, which is all airs and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. But I do want to start off that you have both the Queen of Feathers and the King of Feathers, which is of the mind. So there's also the Ten of Feathers, which is the Ten of Swords, which is about endings of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and changes. And you also have the Six of Swords, which is movement of your thoughts and beliefs. So there's mental changes coming, beliefs, and like your small t truths, and how you like expectations of how things are supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be. There's a switch in these. There's an ending of them and a beginning of new ones, that type of thing. The having the Queen and King of the swords, though, does tell me that I don't feel it's going to be romantic by the end of the year. But swords is also around communication. So you're communicating, you're understanding what each other expect, and you're kind of going through those processes and changing what your perceptions are and those types of things. So I feel like you're doing a lot of, I want to say, a lot of mental work. It's like, well, that doesn't sound very, fun. But it is like you're getting to know one another and understanding where each other are coming from. And you're through the process, I really feel like you're creating this nice foundation for that, but not before the end of the year, not romantic. I feel like you're more laying the groundwork of friendship and understanding, and getting to know each other. But I don't feel like romantic feelings of that, because there was no cups. Cups is our emotions. This is all mind and communication like that. So we don't know about next year. Maybe that'll be another question, but I'm moving on down the list. I would dig more, but I've got so many people. I do want to try to get to everyone with the questions that they have. All right. Yeah, Nia, we did cover yours, so that you would have to rewind to see that one. And I think, Kaylee, we already answered yours. Yeah, we did answer yours. Okay. Let me just keep reading here. All right. Andy 369, you are next here. And you want to know general reading just for the rest of this year, which is what? Just a couple months. Can you believe that? We're almost towards the end of this year. It's just amazing. So, all right. Let's take a look. Where am I being drawn to? Yeah. Animal spirit for you here. So the animal spirit oracle. And then Sunny Girl, you will be next. Good warning, Chaos. I normally don't scroll, so if people don't mention it, Spirit always knows though anyway, so it's going to be fine even if it happens. All right. Angie, what would you like her to know about the rest of this year, please? Okay. So you got the beautiful butterfly. Love that. And let's see what comes in here. There it is. So you're going, of course, undergoing a great change and transformation. The butterfly is of course, the example of that. And the energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. And since air is the element of the heart, this change usually involves relationships, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon, committing to one daily routine, a meal, a practice, a prayer, done at the same place and time will do wonders for lifting a butterfly's spirit. So, some consistency in the little area of your life. Because when you're in balance with this energy, you're cheerful, you're graceful. When you're out of balance with this energy, you're fragile and you're frustrated. And to bring it into balance, that's what they talk about, a daily routine. So I really like that. And we are going to pull from the actual Wild Unknown Tarot because they're from the same energies. So we will take a look here. Let's see what is happening. What is happening? What is this transformation about? A little more information on that, please. If you can, we would love to hear. Okay. 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 All right. So you got 3 cards here. And some of these are a little whoa, but this is the 9 of Swords, which is normally the nightmare insomnia card, but these are all these expectations that you've had that you've been trying to live up to please other people, to try to be lovable, to try to, there's all this supposed to and should and need to and have to just always on your mind whispering. And this is great. This is what's uh, kind of melting as you go into your cocoon. These things are what are melting off of you because you're letting those go. You're not trying to live up to those anymore. Because you had this 5 of Wands, which is all about conflict and these fears and challenges. And there's been a lot of, butting heads and trying to um, achieve and people trying to get ahead of you. And, it's that kind of energy where you just kind of feel beaten down. But through all of that, you also have the Daughter of Wands, which is a beautiful card because it's the Page of Wands in the Standard Tarot. You're going to a new level of your energy. You really are reflecting so much in this cocoon during this time. So I kind of feel like you might be spending more time alone than usual for the remainder of the year, but it's because you're removing things, you're journaling, you're doing shadow work, you're letting a lot of that stuff go, and you're coming into this power at a whole new level, realizing that you are the one that was responsible because those swords are your thoughts and your beliefs that are creating conflict, but it's stuff that you were given when you were younger. It's these beliefs and these habits and thoughts that you just have been carrying and honoring because of the people who taught you it. but you're now ready to go. They don't serve me anymore. I'm letting these things go. I'm removing these things out of my life so I can be free, so I can fly like a butterfly, and not have to crawl on the ground and eat leaves all the time. I want to go take nectar from flowers and help pollinate and flutter in places a caterpillar could never go. And you're tired of that restrictiveness and that tightness, and you're willing to go through this cocoon for it, because at the end of it comes freedom. The struggle of a butterfly getting out of a cocoon is what makes the wings strong enough to fly. So if you cut a cocoon and open it up and took it out, then it couldn't fly. It wouldn't have the muscles built. And so all this stuff and all these challenges that you've had and the reflection that you're doing as you're becoming the caterpillar soup within the cocoon, as you transform and form this new you and come out of the end of this a new you, is worth it, because it's what's going to let you fly places and rise to places that you hadn't been able to go before. So I do like that for you, Angie, or Angie. I like putting my own pronunciations on people's names. Yeah, I didn't tell you, Chaos. I was thinking I'm gonna nickname you because chaos like brings chaos into your life. So I was thinking of a fun name for you. It's gonna be Cha Cha instead. Like dancing, cha cha cha. It's like positive, fun energy instead of chaos. So if I call you that, don't hunt me down, even though I know you're nearby. All right. So that's your message there, Anji. And Sunny Girl, let's take a look here. Did you ask one down below? All right. So what is Aries hiding? Dun dun dun. A friend that is nice yet acts mysterious towards you, even nervous. Whoa. Okay. So let's take a look here and see what Aries is. What's going on with them? What are they hiding? What? So I do want to go to the Radiant Rider Waite Tarot. Hey, Sade. Sorry, I'm just saying hi to you now. You can get a general. Oh, wow, Kaylee. I love that. All right. So let's take a look here, Sunny Girl. What's this Aries hiding? Okay. Uh-oh. I'm just kidding. All right. So the first card that popped out is the Six of Pentacles, which this is codependency awareness card. So I feel like what he's tentative for is because he's been in relationships, and friendships and family, any type of relationship, not necessarily romantic, that people just use him. They use him and use him and use him. So he's built like this wall of protection because he has been just used and abused by people. You know, yeah. The I went because it has the devil card here. You know, the this shows our restrictions. The devil comes in, which is our shadow. It's a part of us. It comes in to show us what makes us feel restricted, what makes us feel bound and trapped and in a cage. And these, came out together. So this is what's going on. This is why he, um, has this shyness or this hesitancy. It's just like he's afraid because of just what has gone on with them. But I do love this because This is what's going on inside him. Nines are the hermit's journey, and it's about he has this inner world that he had to create and go into. Um, the Nine of Pentacles is he's found his foundation inside of him, and he's also found his, this is like a wish fulfillment card. He really has done his um, a safe zone within himself where he feels secure, where he feels that. And whenever he opened it up before and went out is when, ah, ha, ha, they appeared, these people who used and abused. And the Page of Swords shows that he is working on that. He's connecting to higher truths and working through doing those other things, especially with all those two nines. It's like definitely on a hermit's journey, on his doing his inner reflection and trying to understand things. So, I don't feel um, that he is nervous just around you. He's nervous around people that he cares about, because people he cared about before are the ones that would use him and not give anything back to him. So that's why he's tentative for anyone. But if he doesn't care about people, he doesn't even, he doesn't, they don't recognize this. But because you do, that means that he does care about you. So, he just needs support and love during whatever he's going through. And that's the only thing that you can do to help him. You can't fix him. You can't rescue him. You can't make him be anyone else other than he is. Um, all you can do is just give him love, show him that he's special, show him that he's safe, that you don't want to use him. I mean, it would freak him out if you do things for him. He might be like, "Oh my god, I'm not used to this. What's going on?" Because I feel like he's an enabler in codependent relationships in the past, where he's been taught he has to give and give and give and give and give to be worthy of getting anything back, and he has to overgive in order to get anything back. And usually enablers, which I'm a recovered enabler, so I get the energy of it, that when people give to you, you feel scared, because if people give to you, they don't need you, and they'll just leave you and abandon you. And so there's this, you know, very it depends on where he's at in his codependency awareness journey. That giving to him might freak him out, or it might be, if it's a little something, that he'll receive it. Then he'll if he receives from you, that's a great sign, because that means he's healing in that area. So interesting. I'm glad you asked, Sunny Girl. And uh, you have a little bit of brightness that you can shine on him, it seems. So I like that. All right, let me see here, Kaylee. Okay, shows Sade. You are next. You wanted to get a general. And these Aboriginal cards just said, hey, we want to say something. So we're going to pull from the Aboriginal Spirit Oracle and see what they have to say for you. All right. So what for Sade would you like to know, please? What for Sade? Okay. I like it. Victory. Beautiful card. And let's see what this would have to say for you. So victory is not always about being the first one to cross the finish line. It is also about the integrity required to get there. How you run the race is equally important as the final result. Victory can be a hollow experience if honor and integrity is not used to achieve the outcome. Deep within each of us is a consciousness which will not allow us to cheat or take the easy way out. And it is this consciousness that most of us embrace that guides us in the direction of honor and integrity to complete our tasks. So this card is telling you that you have won. Congratulations. It wasn't so bad after all, was it? Very little effort for such a great reward. Things don't always have to be so hard in your life. Sometimes everything just falls into place, and like magic, you get exactly what you want, no hassles and no fuss. Now stop doubting your luck and enjoy what you have. You keep expecting there has been a mistake, or you will wake from a dream and it will be taken away from you. Just savor the moment, it is yours to keep. Remember these wonderful feelings of joy and happiness that mark this occasion. There's also a message heading your way that will enhance your feeling of happiness. Well, 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 I like that for you. We're also going to pull here from the Radiant Rider Waite. Let's see what else they have to add here about this victory. All right. So let's take a look here. What else about this victory would you like, please? Okay. So the Hermit card is all about the inner journey, and this is you connecting to your higher self, and that is what is really showing this brightness on your path. It's this victory. There's this new birth. There definitely is, this is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture that's coming forward. So you do have this new birth that if it hasn't happened yet, this victory that you're having, it's like you've been alone, you've been doing the inner work, and you've been looking for guidance and going along the path. And here, this birth comes. It is about harvest and beautiful things unfolding in your life. So if it hasn't happened yet and you're not feeling all this stuff, get ready, because it's going to be coming your way. And they're saying don't worry about it disappearing and doubting, like, oh, this isn't for me, this is a mistake, when's the other foot going to drop or whatever. It's like, no, this thing that's coming, this new um, thing that's coming into your life is for you, and you deserve it. So do that. Just enjoy it, enjoy the moments of it all. Yeah. So whatever has been in your life that has been feeling like a struggle and feeling like a competition, or fearful energy, this is going to be moving into more of an energy of love that's coming into your life instead. So wonderful transformation and change that's coming into your life. If it hasn't already happened, it's going to happen. And I kind of feel like it's going to happen before the end of this year. It's like it's that close, that this thing is coming for you. So I like that. Very nice. All right. So we're going to keep on going down here. And let's see where we're at. You guys are so funny. Okay, we answered that one already. The Muppet. Okay. Did all those. Thank you guys for your patience. I'm just making sure I'm going down and I'm not missing anyone. Oh, I'm glad you guys are connecting. That's awesome. Oop, it just skipped. Okay. Oh, I love all that. I just skipped down to what you were saying, Sunny Girl. I'm so glad. Okay, let me just try to go back up to where I was. I'm so sorry, guys. Thanks again. Okay, there we go. Hey, Ashika. So I see you there. And Elsa, you can ask. All right. So I see you ask a question down there. Nishika. Oh, good. I'm glad Lily got that message. All right. So Nia will be next year. Thank you. I finally got through you guys' conversations there. So sorry. So Nia, you wanted a general reading. So Nia Hall. So let's take a look here. Let's see what they want you to know here. All right, then Ashika, you will be next after that. Okay, here we go. So Nia, let's see what Spirit wants you to know right now. All right. So your general reading, this is kind of this beautiful awareness for you because this is swords, which is your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your mentalities, your beliefs. And you've had some beliefs that have made you feel blinded and bound and trapped, and they have to do with your self-worth and about feelings of lack, and that you're getting your sustenance, and fears about that you're going to have enough and that you're worthy to have enough. And so you've really been in this journey of understanding these situations that have been coming up, over and over and over and over and over again, because they keep coming until we are like, oh, this is what this is about. Because I see it in all these different areas of your life that they were bringing up these opportunities, how people treated you, things that would happen. And you're like, why me? Why me? Why me? And but it's beautiful because through it all you've really understood that, okay, I'm going to have to change my thoughts and my beliefs about things. And I love that because the 5 of Pentacles is this change of looking to the outside world, that they're the ones that are supposed to fulfill you and fill you up and give you your sustenance and stuff. And instead you realize that it's the creator, because here's the Ace of Cups, which is the chalice. It's the Holy Grail, and it's this love that gets extended to you from the heavens, from the creator of all things, from all the heavenly higher spiritual realms. And now you fill up with that and it overflows out instead. And you realize that its humans are like a delivery company, rather than so much that it's they're the source of what's bringing it to you. Your source is from an endless source, and it's just people that bring it to you. And sometimes it's not even people that bring it to you, it just comes to you even outside of that delivery system, which is great. And I really feel like you have been on this journey. You're still getting rid of some of those swords, but you're really moving closer and closer and closer to really grasping the worthiness you have to receive, and that you will always have what you need in this moment. And you don't have to fear about it. And you're gaining this confidence more and more, because you also have the 3 of Pentacles here, which is all about the be the authentic you card, not worrying about what other people are going to think, or that you're going to lose support from people if you upset them. Because that's the other thing with the 5 of Pentacles, is that if we think our abundance and our sustenance is dependent upon mankind, humans are fickle, the characters that we play. If they are feeling good, then you are getting the supply. If they're feeling bad, they pull it away from you. But that's not how unconditional love works of the higher realms. It is unconditional. There is nothing you can do to lose it. So, creator in the spirit realm don't go, you didn't do what I want you wanted today, so you're not going to get what you need. So how's that? They're not that way at all. They're just like, we love you. We don't need anything from you here. We're giving you what you need in this moment. You may not get everything you need for all future moments in this moment, but you'll have what you need always right now. And this authentic uh, Three of Pentacles is about you not worrying about disappointing people that are going to pull away from their support from you, or disappointing people that are going to and just tear you down. That you're finding this wholeness and this love from above, and it's allowing you to, like, I'm going to make authentic decisions for me, for my life, without that fear, without having a fear of lack and that I'm not going to have enough. I'm going to make it work. And I'm in this partnership with the creator who wants it to work. And so there's this beautiful freedom that comes, that you're, um, it's like you're moving up against one of these swords and cutting off your bounds here. And then you're taking off um, the bandage, and you're seeing things so much more clearly that you're like, oh, I'm not really trapped in this at all. I can just walk right away, because you're not surrounded by all the swords. You just feel like they're around you, but you can just walk right out away from it. And you're just like, oh, this isn't as bad as I thought it was. And so there's this big transformation I feel that is happening for you. And I do love that for you, Nia. And that's the message that they have for you for right now. All right. So let's keep going here. Okay, so Ishika, you were next here, and you wanted to know, what does the universe want you to know about Sanat and yours connection? Aha! Aha! So let's take a look here. Do you want to switch decks over to the Revelation? And we'll see what's going on here. Hey, Dollface Diva, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. You'll be next. And Star 711, thank you for subscribing, and you will be after that. Awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you for all the likes and the thumbs up. It really appreciate that. It does help out my channel and help spread the love. And it does have all my other recorded readings that I do. In addition to these lives, I put out weekly energy updates by each individual zodiac sign, which actually came out this morning, which include tomorrow's Aries full moon. So be sure to check that out for your, you can do it for your sun sign, your moon sign, your Venus even, your rising sign, whatever you feel drawn to for those. And I also put out monthly readings for each zodiac sign, pick a cards. I have U times 2 videos. What else do I do? I just like recording readings, obviously. All right. Back on track. Sorry. So, Ishika, what does the universe want you to know about Sanat and yours connection? Okay. Thank you. All right. So, well, we're going to go to this one here first. So you have the Death and Rebirth card here. And so I feel like it is definitely an ending to a part of your relationship, of what let me just give you the other 2 cards first here. They're like, to show the cards and then we'll tell you more. You got the High Priestess card here, which is all about going into your inner temple and being able to connect to higher things, understanding things behind the scenes, under the surface. It allows you to connect and understand things more. And you also have the Ace of Swords, which is all about seeing things more clear, things from a higher perspective. Also, new communication. And so I feel like this part of your relationships that's ending is spawning you to really look inward and to understand yourself more, because you're trying to understand why I kind of feel like they're pulling away a little bit. And but you're getting new communication from somewhere completely different. And it's interesting. I kind of feel like you're uh, the high priestess usually has a pillar here and a pillar here, and I feel like when they pulled away, someone else kind of pulled in, and you're kind of torn between two people. And this new communication that's coming in is confusing. And what they're saying is to go into your temple, back away, get away from it all, so that you can clearly tune in to your intuition and to your heart to understand what it is that you really want. Because I feel like um, it's interesting with this pulling away, and at first you're like no, and then this other, and like, oh wait a minute, you don't feel as devastated about the step back, because it's almost like when they step back, this other person steps in to your life too, where you're just like, oh, okay, there's this interest, there's this awareness, that comes in with that. Let me see if they'll give me anything else on here. What else can you clarify for us here? Yeah. So you are being encouraged to step inward, like the high priestess. The high priestess and the hermit are all about, they go inward to get knowledge and information and to understand what is going on here. Yeah, because here you have the Two of Cups. So this is about emotional choices between two people. So I kind of feel like um that, this connection with them kind of uh like I said, drifts, but it's okay, because then this other connection comes in and you're kind of like, well, hey, I'm, just going to find out what I want. And that's what this inward hermit and the high priestess going in there is about. So, um, always a fun situation. The emotional confusion that comes in when there's, dual interests is like, okay, oh no, can I be attracted to two people at the same time? Absolutely. Because you're attracted to some things about them and some things about them, and sometimes not the same thing about each of them. And you're like, sometimes you wish you could just put them into one person and go, I wish that I could just find someone like that. But the biggest thing with that internalness is that you're finding kind of like what you're attracted in them is what you want for yourself. Like someone's outgoing and you're kind of shy, and you like that. And you're like, sometimes we want to just possess that instead of becoming it ourselves. And so they're drawing you out of your shell. And then this person is something that you're not. And you're attracted to that because you want it for yourself. And you learn from them. You can learn from them to find that within yourself. Um, but that's the wonderful journey that you're on. So that's what they want you to know with that, Ishika. I know it's kind of weird, but it's a weird night. It's Aries full moon energy at its best. All right, doll face diva, you are next. Will you find will you get the apartment within the next 90 days? Okay, got it. Let's take a drink here. Oh no, chaos. I'm sorry you're getting a sugar migraine. Oh, we'll send you healing love. Let's just take the pain away. Reach in and take the pain away. All right. Doll face diva. Apartment 90 days. Well, you have an ending of a cycle and a new beginning. see. Let's see if we get a movement card here. We got a moon card here. So there is some unknown about the apartment that you were wanting, and this ending and new beginning is good for you because that the hidden thing is not for your highest. Let's see what these other three cards are here. Yeah, yeah. Because I normally don't read this as the deceiver card, but with the moon in this together with your question, there's some deception about the apartment that it's not all it's cracked up to be. And you do have the Seven of Pentacles, which is it's worth the wait, and that the Seven of Pentacles is about a change of two of where you're investing your energy. So I feel that whatever apartment that you were wanting to get into, um, that's not the one, but it's worth the wait. And you do have the Strength card here, which does show uh, it's like this connection with your higher self. This is your higher self here, and you're human as you're going through it. And I feel like, oh, even though this isn't the normal message for this card, which no surprise tonight, it just feels very fun and playful and weird and different. It's about trusting your gut and trusting your intuition because your higher self is nudging you towards the better place to be. So really pay attention to your heart and your gut and listen to that because there is some unknown in this other apartment that you're wanting to get into here. Yeah. And you will get new communication. So the Page of Swords is about new, it's usually new beliefs and new thoughts and that type of stuff, but swords are also communication and messages. So you're going to be getting some new messages uh, coming in about your apartment. So, like, I feel like they're gonna approve you and say, "Yeah, you can get this one," and it's like, "Not that one. The one that you just, applied for, don't trust it," because it's not all cracked up to be. Hidden fees, and they definitely look up the comments that people have made online and stuff about because you'll look at it and go, "Oh my god, these people are horrible to their," yeah, they're horrible to their tenants. They kill them. No, there's a lot of expectations that won't be met. And so this is the ending and new beginning of those things. Um, but so will this happen in 90 days though? Because I wanted to give you all that first because they're going to get this approval, but they're like, don't do that one because that's not going to be the one that's for you. Yeah. So you do have new opportunities that will open up in the outside world. So they're saying that yes, you will get a different apartment in the next 90 days, but they wanted to make sure they were thoroughly warning you about this other apartment that don't take that one because it is going to be a nightmare and it's going to exhaust you because of all the problems that they would have. It's like everything is not maintained and, like I said, hidden fees, and they don't answer, and takes days for them to fix something that's broken. It's that kind of energy around it. So um, good information to know. All right. Let me continue going down here. So I think Star, you were next. Let me see. Right. Actually, Star, you will be next after Elsa. Um, because they asked the question and then you'll be right next. So, Elsa, you're asking why does Shahzad's behavior so cold towards you? Will he contact you? Let's take a look here. I'm going to use the Tarot of the Magical Forest. Okay. Shazad. What are their behavior towards you? Anything else? No. Okay. Well, there's this page of cups here, and what that tells me is that this is his feelings, his emotions. He's got new emotions going on. Let me just take a look here. Yeah, Three of Cups. So there seems to be another interest in his life. Yeah, King of Wands. So he's really, has his energy, and he's got, it's like, I don't know if he has a new love, he has a new interest though. And it's taken him away from things, and that's why he's kind of just short. And it's because he's investing it somewhere else. And I kind of feel like, again, it feels like, there's three people involved. It's like there's you and him and the other person in him, and you two don't know about each other, but he does. And when he's with someone else, he answers short because he can't be like, "Da, da, 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 da." But I feel like this is a new person, and so he's spending a lot of time with them. And let me take a look here because you asked if really contact you. Um, So got the Six of Pentacles. This is the codependency awareness card. So I just feel like this is not a good relationship. It's very one-sided. Obviously, it's like you give and give and give and give into it, but you don't get back from it. And I don't feel like he's going to. Yeah, he's not going to contact you back. For you, they're suggesting don't worry about this Three of Cups situation. Look for like kind of move on. It's kind of a short way to say it, because you have the Ace of Pentacles, which you have a new opportunities that are coming your way, and you don't need to feel this way. You don't need to feel like you're lacking, like you're out in the cold and all of that. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You have this, new opportunity coming that's going to be so much better for you, and it's going to be, uh, in a better place for you. You don't need what I like it because it's like you don't need what he's offering you, because you're getting something divine, that's being brought to you instead. So, yeah, I just feel like he's got a love interest that's new and has his attention, and I would say doesn't need any more of your investment in it. You deserve more, and that's where I would head. So uh, I do know it's tough, and but it's going to be so much better for you. I know it's tough when you're going through it, but we'll always find love again. That's it's a gift and a curse. It seems with life. I wish I wouldn't have found love again, but it's always happening for us. So we're okay. So, Star, you are next. Will you get a job soon? Let's take a look here. So, will you get a job soon, Star? Okay. So, they're not answering a yes or no, and they do this for you, even though it doesn't feel like it. So they want to talk to you about the expectations that you have and how exhausted you are trying to live up to the expectations of what a job should be and what you should be making and what kind of job you should be doing. You got all these things that are disappointing you and you're exhausted. The 10 is endings and new beginnings. You're ready to just chuck it all and uh, go in kind of this new direction because there's this belief in lack that is really in there that like you don't feel like you could do certain jobs or accomplish certain things or make certain amounts, and it's like this focus on what you don't have in your life, and that's what's growing this thing. And it's like all this pressure and all this energy you're investing in all this stuff is blocking you moving forward. And you've got the Lover's card here, which is all about the power of emotional choice. And so you have, we have the dark rabbit and the white rabbit. Usually, like the Native American story talks about a dark wolf and a white wolf, and which one grows in your life, whichever one you feed. And I feel like they're wanting you just to move into focusing what you're grateful for and what you do want in your life, and not so much into what's not in your life and what you don't want in your life. It's like move the energy that will expand things and change things for you. And I really feel this combination of all is basically telling you that that's what's required, because we're asking for something, but if our vibration isn't matching what we're wanting, we can't get it because we're not on the same street. The bus that came down was down Fifth Street, and here you're over on First Street, and you're like, "What bus? I didn't see no bus." And it's like, "Well, because your bus is on Fifth Street. What are you doing on First Street?" They're like, "Move your energy, move your vibration, move where you're focusing your energy, and then that bus is waiting for you over there." Told you they're getting weird tonight. Yeah, and you have the Page of Pentacles. So it does tell you that there are new opportunities coming for you, but it's really changing that focus there. Yeah, because here's the Queen of Wands, which Wands is your drive, your ambition, your energy. She is able to wield her energy and she's able to confidently move forward. And I really feel like this is such an important piece of the energy where they're like, you hold the wand of the energy where you're investing it. So if you move it from focusing on lack, what you don't want, into what you're grateful for and what you do want, then that expands and that opens you up and allows you to see these um, new opportunities. Because with all these expectations, what happens is if we end up with this very narrow road of how things have to happen and what it needs to be and should be, need to be, and have to be, and must be, we miss all the opportunities that are out here and all the opportunities that are out here. As we expand those two and let expectations go, we see all these different opportunities that open up to us. But with all that energy that's happening, it's like limiting your scope. And so that's what they want you to know. So if you do that, you will get a job soon. All that to say that, but it's all powerful because it'll impact more than just your job life with you transforming that, because it's also, why don't I have someone in my life, or why isn't this person doing this? Da, 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 when we're focusing all what someone's not doing or what's not, if I don't have someone in my life, or my health, I'm in, this is happening to me, and we're consumed with all that, all our energies in that's what's growing and exploding in our life instead of what we really want to have in our life. So very powerful, energetic awareness message. All right. So SB Pisces, I don't see, do you have, I don't know if you put a question. Oh, here you go. Current feelings of Fatima, the Taurus, towards you. So Fatima, the Taurus. Let's take a look here. I'm going to do the Spirit Song Tarot, and let's see what we have going on there. Hope everyone's enjoying your Saturday night, Sunday morning, Sunday evening, depending on where you're at in the world. Thank you guys all for being here and your patience as I'm going through all these. I do love, love, love how much Creator and Spirit do care so much for all of us that they didn't just leave us on a planet unattended, that they're at our sides and always right here watching over us and so willing to bring messages. So, all right, SB Pisces, let's take a look here. So it was Taurus. Already forgot. Look at that. It happens when you get older. So feelings of Fatima towards you. Okay. So tell us about Fatima, please. Okay. Wow. They like leaped out of here. So your first card is the Magician card. I'll show you all three and then we will talk about them. And then you have the Six of Shells, which is the Six of Cups. And then you have the Queen of Feathers, which is the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, all about your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And there's this balancing of heart and mind that's coming in here. And so their impressions of you are that it is you're balanced between your heart and your mind. You come across as intelligent and you think things through, but you're also have passion and a heart and nurturing. So a beautiful, nice balance that comes in through all of that. It also shows that you are a pretty, I don't want to say bold person. Bold is almost too bold, but you're very confident and you initiate things. You're not afraid to make movement. You're not someone that just sits back and waits for everyone to come to you and to do things. You're not timid. You're like, I want this. You go for it. Like, I want to go do this, and so you go do it. You don't wait for someone to ask you to go do something. You'll initiate people doing things, and so you are very much your energy is intentional, and you move things forward. And he sees that, and it's okay. I mean, he's not. He sees this wonderful balance of all this stuff, and he's like, okay. Um, the Six of Cups here, though, the Six of Shells, is about nostalgia. It's about looking, and you remind him of someone from his past. And can I have more information on if that's a good or bad thing? So let's take a look here. So they had to give me 3 cards to clarify that. Yep, so it's 8 of Wands. So it does remind him of someone that was very energetic and very, um, very outgoing. And you also have the 9 of Unicorns. So it's someone that was very, would take their energy into their own hands like that magician and get things done. They were very aware of their power. And they also have the Moon card here, which with regards of all those 3 energies together, it was someone that was really intuitive and knew things, right? They understood what's going on beneath the surface. Like you have this knack for just knowing how things work, how people work. And so it's a good thing. So you remind him of someone from his past that was a very energetic person that just very aware, like not like all this like geek, and I don't mean to offend anyone. This doesn't mean anything like that. Like geeky tech knowledge type of stuff. It's like street smarts. It's like you understand people and things and how people interact and stuff, and it's impressive for him. So, that's what I feel the emotions are for you. And let me just take a look here and see anything about intentions. Like, um, okay, anything else? Okay. Yeah, so it's Knight of Cups. So this is movement of emotion. So I feel like there's an attraction there, but and it's movement, but it's not like they're making a whole lot of action on that yet, from what I'm picking up here. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay, well, there is movement on that. There's the Chariot, which is his power of choice. Um, but I kind of feel like with that power of choice coming in, it's like he's got a lot of choices to make in his life right now, both emotional and mental. So I kind of feel like he's aware of it all, but it's just he's got so many moving parts in his life is kind of what I feel with that Chariot, because they're showing me he's in a chariot race. So there's this movement and drive of all this stuff. Like I have to get this stuff, and he's like, shh. So that's what I'm picking up from there. I don't have a whole lot more to add to that. So that is what they have for you right now. All right. Let me just make sure here. Hey, Miss King. Okay. Just keep going down here. Cha cha. Okay. Thank you guys. I'm just reading down here. I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone. Hmm. Okay. A lot of retracted messages, so I'm not going to worry about those. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And SDA, you wanted to pull cards for the collective. Sure, I'll be happy to pull a card for the collective. I kind of want to use one of these everyday miracle cards, which is from A Course in Miracles. So let's take a look here. For the collective, what would you like us all to know? Okay. So it says it can, okay, I can't read it. It's backwards when I'm looking at it. It says, it can be but myself I crucify. And let me take a look here. Then I'll read that for you. And it says, you have no idea of the tremendous release and deep peace that comes from meeting yourself and your brothers totally without judgment. Lovely. Yeah, that's with unconditional love, right? Because the only reason we judge in life is when we have conditions that people have to meet or on ourselves, because contrast is all about, I need to know where I fit into the pecking order. Am I in the bottom about to be chopped, or am I acceptable and lovable, right? So I love you all unconditionally. All right. Absolutely. Yeah, chaos. And I appreciate when you guys moderate. I was this morning, I did it without a moderator, and people get confused about where they're at in their order, but it's all okay. Um, uh, it always works out. No pressure ever, 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 ever. It's like the 10 of swords. I'm tired of rules and all that stuff. I worked in corporate life. I'm free from rules. I don't want any more. No more. So thank you guys for all helping each other out. I really appreciate that. Okay. So Chaos, you do have a question. You've been putting in for jobs. Nothing. Anything coming by the end of the month? Well, let's take a look here. And I do want to use the Revelations Tarot for you. Yeah, feel better, Chaos, when you come back. And Aaron, if you are still here, you can ask a repeat question. You can't find the answer. Oh no. Well, there's always a reason for everything. Okay, so chaos. Let's take a look here. What about the jobs? Anything, any responses on any of that job hunt by the end of October? Well, you've got the death card and the tower card, which is all about endings and new beginnings, right? And death and rebirth. So, and then you also got the King of Pentacles, which is of course an abundance card and things kind of unfolding in your favor in the outside world. So that is good because otherwise I was like, does that mean the job search is over? And I feel like it is, that you will get some responses by the end of October. You have the Seven of Wands. So, this is being in, a good place, having the higher ground in what's going on, because usually they'll have like the six wands that are attacking from down below, and you have the higher place in it. So I do feel like you're in a better vantage point, um, and that you do get answers back. And they seem to be positive answers with the King of Pentacles, because that's like one of the most abundant cards in the outside world. So hang in there, hang in there. All right. Keep going down here. So if you did ask the repeat question, Aaron, just down below, I'll get to that one. Hey, Shiva Rajaj, you can definitely ask a question. And I don't know if you've asked one. If you haven't asked one yet, let me see. Am I close to the bottom here? Let me just make sure. Yep, there you go. So you did ask one. You said, please, can we check if the US or India is the best place for you for permanent settlement right after marriage? Sure, let's take a look here. And then Bob, you will be next after that. Now I know I'm jumping around a little bit. I'm trying to because the process isn't super clear always. I try to honor that you guys asked before, and I look down to see if you asked the question, but then I jump back up to where it was and I continue to go down. So I know it's confusing. Just go with it. Just go with the flow. All right, so Shivi. So we'll take a look here, and we're going to pull two cards, one for US, one for India, to see what energy is for both. And then you can see which one you feel would be best for you, because I feel like there will be information for both. So, United States. So, the United States, which I'm not surprised is the moon. Hidden stuff, the unknown. It's going to be mysterious and it's very different. And there's going to be unforeseen things and different things, of course, because it is very different here. Um, so, but India, you have both the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So there's this quest for love and this quest for higher knowledge and um, power that comes in. And so, there's the mysterious and the unknown, and these adventures that come up, and there's this solid movement. So I feel like there's a lot of unknowns in with you coming to the United States there, but there's so much movement that happens here with you being in India. It's like uh, nights are about movement. So you've got two horses, which is about really be able to make a lot of progress and movement and things like that. Let me see if they'll give me any clarification on the moon here for the United States. Is this a good thing? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because you get the King of Swords here. So you do spend a lot of it's like you get into your mind a lot around your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets and your attitudes. There's a lot of mental work in the US. And you also have the Nine of Pentacles, though, too, which means you find the feelings of wholeness and completeness, but you find it inside. And I kind of feel like, um, India, I mean, there's so much beautiful red and vibrant energy in these cards. It's like you uh, have this beautiful, um, just so much activity that goes on. Whereas I feel in the US, you might be more alone because it feels like a hermit's journey where you spend a lot of time. So you have a lot of time in your mind and doing those types of things, which makes sense. You might have family and friends and everything, in India, whereas if you go to the United States, it's going to be very limited. And that can be a blessing or a curse depending on what you like. If you're an introvert, you may be like, "Yes, that's what I want. I want to get away from all of that activity and all that movement. I'm just tired. I just want to be my own person away from everything." So that's why they wanted me to show you the difference between the two because that can mean different things for you, right? And so that's what it would bring you in either one of those. So there you go. All right. Thank you guys again for all your patience. Really appreciate it. If you haven't given me a thumbs up already on the video, I really appreciate you doing that. It does help spread the Zen love and information. All right, Bob, you are up. What are Brahm feelings for you? And what should you do to make the bond between you and Brahm stronger, better? Also, how will the relationship look like? Whoa, whoa. Okay. So let's take a look here. Kind of want to move to, these Tarot of the Magical Forest. So let's take a look and see. Sorry, let me just go down a little bit. I just want to make sure. Okay. There it goes. So first of all, what are Brahm's feelings towards you? Let's take a look at that first. Okay. And then what could you do? There's never any shoulds, right? We never should on ourselves. We could do. So we ask for advice on like what would make your bond to the highest experience for you stronger and to the highest experience for you guys. Okay. Anything else? Okay. And then what would that relationship look like? Okay. One card for that. So let's take a look here. His feelings for you. Interesting. Okay. So first of all, you've got both the Hermit card and the High Priestess card, which both of those cards are about inward and hidden and secretive almost. It's like, okay. So their feelings for you are very withdrawn and they're not out there, right? Because there's also the Knight of Swords, which swords are all about the thoughts, the beliefs, the mindsets, the attitudes, and its movement of thought. And so their feelings are like uh, more up in their head and more of what they think of you, and that, um, which is interesting. And then you also have the Fool card, which is all about new beginnings. And I'm like, uh, it's all this freshness, this newness, this hiddenness, this new journey. And so it's very hidden is what I'm hearing. It's like the zero for me, it's almost like they're uh, like what I'm seeing in my mind, what they're showing me is like you go check someone's computer and look at their browsing history and it's deleted. And you're like, why is there nothing there? Hmm. It's there's all this hidden stuff. It's like they're not he's not revealing it, it's not showing it. And so it's like hidden from us right now, which is very bizarre. And they're asking, okay, so what should you do to uh, strengthen the bond, or what can you do with that? And the Nine of Swords is the nightmare and then insomnia card, and another nine, which is about your inner journey. So this is what you can do. This is you letting go of all these expectations, all the expectations that have to do with a committed relationship and marriage, because all these came out together. It's like letting go of all these thoughts and what you think should happen and needs to happen and has to happen, and all that. It's like go with it. Let me take a look here, because you're like, what does this relationship look like? Yeah, it's the Chariot. It's the power of choice card. So, Bob, this is just crazy, because this is all about they're like, um they don't want you to know what their feelings are. They're like letting you know to drop all those expectations, all those ways you think you're supposed to be, and that you just make new choices in each moment, that you get to choose how you feel about anything in any moment, and you get to choose what story you put to anything in any moment. And they're almost saying, uh, go with the flow, enjoy the moment, try not to control them, uh, the relationship, the world. They're just like, come back to now, come back to this moment, enjoy them for who they are, enjoy yourself for who you are, enjoy what's going on in each moment with whoever you're with whatever you're doing. So that is like very interesting, but I see the power in it. I see the lesson. I mean, it's so clear here, because all of that has to do with secretiveness and not knowing and in the head. But then they showed me like it erased with zero. It's like it's reset, and you're like, but we need to know what it is. I'm sorry, lost all the data. Wish we could tell you. And it's like, okay. And then the Hierophant is about, usually marriage and all that, and then you got the Four of Wands, which is usually a marriage ceremony type of thing, and then they're like, let go of all those expectations around all relationship stuff and just be and enjoy and realize you don't need to know all that. You just can come back to this moment, because you get to choose what anything means and how you feel through anything. And I feel like this is that journey that they have you going through. So I don't know what to say. They're just being so weird tonight, and the energy of Aries full moon. Uh, I just go with the flow right now. So sorry, Bob. That's what they have for you. All right. So let me keep going down here. Okay, already asked that one. Yeah, SDA, you don't have to worry. We're just going to go down the list. So if you just if you just let people know that he just follows and goes down the list, just be patient. That's all. That's all I ask. All right. So Shivi. Okay, we already answered that. All right. So CEO, you wanted to know how I feels and think about your relationship. Okay. We can take a look at that. I'm going to use the Spirit Song Tarot. All right. So how does initial, I think it's an I or an L, Spirit knows who you mean, how that person feels and thinks about your relationship. Okay. Hmm. Well, you did get the Love card here, which is the Lover's card in the Standard Tarot. So there is that. And along with that came out the Seven of Acorns, which is the Seven of Wands. So there is energy there. Um, the Seven of Wands normally means about being in a higher position where you don't feel you need to defend things. But for some reason, I also feel like it's an energetic block. It's like there's something blocking the energy between you. And there's two other cards that came out. Let me see what these are. Yeah, well, you do have the Nine of Shells, is the Nine of Cups, which is the like the wish fulfillment card. um, but there's the Page of Feathers. So this is new communication, new thoughts, new ideas. And I feel like there's something on their mind. And that's where there's this, the Seven of Wands. Think of like a Six of Wands would be six, uh, three on each side. There's a smooth movement. So when I talk about an energetic block, it means there's something right in the middle that's stopping the flow. And with this Page of Feathers, which says exploration and discovery, but the Page of Feathers is like the Page of Swords, which is all about new thoughts, new beliefs, new mindsets, new communication, new ideas, just stuff in the going on in their mind. And I feel like um I don't think this has anything to do with you. I just feel like they have what I'm hearing is they have a lot on their mind. And there's a lot of new stuff that's come in their mind, which I'm not sure if they have like new job or something significant that's going on. No, it's not something you're doing wrong. I feel like there's something that's going on in their world that just has them distracted, and it's almost like you know how like you start a new school, like if you're going to college, or if you're a new job or a new position, and you're just in the beginning you're overwhelmed with so many things that you feel confused and you have all this stuff going on, that it's just impacting their ability, and their energies invested in so many things that just feel scattered. And that's what I feel like there's this block that's going on there that has them like distracted. And there's a lot of that energy, especially this Aries full moon. I feel like because a lot of the messages I've been getting today and yesterday with relationships is people have stuff happening all over the place, and it's distracting them from, because they're like this, and people are going, how do they feel about me? And they're like, they don't, no one's seen anyone. They're just all consumed with what's going on in their own life. And there's like this, it just changes stuff because they're spending so much energy on this and their mental and things that they, kind of feel that way. Oh, yeah, he is yeah, so that makes sense. Yeah, he is a fire fire sign, so all the fire signs get activated more when a fire full moon comes. Same with water signs with the water moon, and earth signs with an earth moon, etc. So, yeah, it feels like he's, kind of distracted. So that's what they have for you there. That's what he's currently feeling right now. And so I wouldn't get, it's kind of like it doesn't feel like it's going to be long term. It's just whatever's happening, like big project came to him, job change, position change, whatever it might be. It's just like their uh, uh, it's almost like their mental energy is impacting everything else, if that makes sense. So that's what we have for you right now. And let's see here. So we got Shania. Right. So Shania, we will jump to your question, then I'll come back to Leah. So Shania, you were asking, what does Mihir think about you? Okay. Very good. Thank you. Sure, Kashishi. I'm sorry, Kashish. Just put your question down below, and then I am going to have you will be the absolutely last one I do as I go down this list. So that's going to be the cutoff. I've been a little over 3 hours, and my butt is numb. I'm just being honest. I need to get up and move. So you'll cut them off. So just let them know. And of course, so if there's anyone else, I will be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Mountain Time and tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain. And of course, every day of the week, Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Mountain. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, of course, I really appreciate you doing so. I do have a ton of readings that I put out, both weekly energy updates for each zodiac sign, monthly readings by zodiac sign, pick a cards, U times 2 videos about getting to know your higher self, uh, seasonal, all sorts of different videos with recorded readings that also will resonate with you, whatever you, I know, thank you, and drink water. Yeah, I have tea, but water, yes. Okay, so let me get back on track here. Where was I? We were doing, let's see. What does me hear? Me hear. M. What does M think about you? Oh, yeah. We already have a card pop down. Maybe it's a good thing that I do end the readings. So you do have the Eight of Swords here, which does represent a lot of um, thoughts, because swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. I'm just going to show you the cards because I'm thinking about them all in my head and not telling you about them. Um, and this is the Hangman, seeing things from a higher perspective, but there's also this holding pattern. It's like they're looking at things, um, and there's this 10 of Wands that comes in here too. So when they're up there above looking down at you, they're seeing someone that is carrying so much burden. I don't know. And I'm sorry for this because they see you, um so there's so many expectations that you're trying to live up to, that they see that you feel like you're bound and trapped, and um there's all these, the 10 of Wands is about you're carrying all this burden, all this energy that you're trying to maintain for everyone else. I almost feel like you're someone who just tries to do everything for everyone else because you got such a huge heart, and you don't want to lose their love and their affection, and I feel like it's family and friends and workmates and schoolmates, and it's always been like you feel you have to give and give and give and overgive to the point that you're like almost exhausted all the time, and uh and a lot of stress, and unfortunately that's what they're seeing right now. um And uh, that's why they're kind of like in this pause and just watching because they're not sure what to do. You know, um, it's like, let me see what other clarity they'll add for you here. Yeah. They just wish that you could leave it all behind and change the cycle that you're in because it would be this comes after the world card, which is the last card, which is ending of major cycles and new beginnings. And they really wish that you could have a new beginning in your life. And yeah, let me see. I wanted just to pull one more card here. Mm, yeah. So you've got the tower, which is the removing of something out of your life, and you have the new beginning coming in here. So I really feel like they won't be, like in your life. They won't be, uh, you know, it's kind of they're just keeping themselves out of reach, but that's okay because I really feel like this is the message that you needed to hear about this and that of course he was this divine appointment to be doing that to have you bring up this stuff because you are ready. The 10 of wands is you're ready to let go because you are exhausted, you're tired of doing that, but it's going to take you looking into your thoughts and beliefs about yourself and your mindsets and where all these things are coming from because these things are being removed out of your life to make room for this love for you, but they have to be removed because um, this feeling that you have here of being trapped, of being bound and blinded, and it's almost like you feel like you're held captive in a way, and it's like it's uh, not healthy for you anymore. It gave you what you needed to learn and these feelings that you've had, but it's really about you getting into how what you deserve and what you are able to have. And that tower is about removing these things out of your life that no longer serve you and they're not healthy for you and they're not for you. And then that's when you find this love, you find this higher love and for yourself, and that fills you up and overflows out. And it allows you to, really have this relationship with other people. But right now it's almost like you are so giving yourself away to so many different people in so many different ways because you feel like that's what you've been told to do and who you're supposed to be. That it's like you don't have enough to fill everything up and you're just getting tireder and tireder and tireder. And that's more tired and more tired and more tired. It's probably the proper English there, but I feel like there's this shadow work, this looking that you can do into why you have this drive to sacrifice yourself for everyone because uh, that's not what other people want, in a relationship. They want to have you healthy and whole, right? And they want you to be able to be bubbling up and over and not, you know, uh, someone who feels that way, that tied up and all that. So I know, I mean, I know how that can feel because I used to be. It's kind of a codependent uh, tendency. Enablers are taught to overgive to everyone else because that's they were told that's if you can't give to people, you're not worth anything, and it's untrue. And that's you need to find the truth in who you really are, and that will just release a lot of things. So I do love it for you. I'm sorry if that's the message. I didn't scroll down here, but no, he wants a new beginning for you. I don't feel like he's holding himself away, so I don't feel like he wants that. He wants a relationship, is what I was feeling. All right, so Leah, you're next. What's on Dee's mind towards you? Whoa, okay. So let's take a look here. So, well, we do have the Eight of Cups and the Four of Cups. The Eight of Cups is about leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you. And the Four of Cups is about emotional stability, but it is about the Three Cups are not fulfilling, right? And the Ace of Cups is what's being offered. So there is this emotional, the Eight of Cups is about, a movement up in emotions, leaving old emotions behind that no longer fulfill. Um, which is, there's the emotional stability, and there's also the Four of Wands, which is about energetic stability. And then you also have the 10, the Wheel of Fortune, which is about, things changing, things moving, endings and new beginnings, things moving into perspective, uh, understanding everything is unfolding for you and not happening to you. That there's this power in choosing what you want to believe in each moment and what you want to feel in each moment. So it just feels just very interesting energy. It's like there's certain emotions being left behind and certain ones that are being left stable. And with that Wheel of Fortune changing, it's like there's this stability while there's change. And it's really curious because it's almost, it feels interesting. It almost feels um, if there was uh, certain emotions that were going on between you guys. Like let's say you were friends, and then like it got a little romantic, and then the romantic went away and they remain friends. It's like the stability of certain things stay there, but it's like other things are changing and switching in that. And that's what I'm feeling with that. That there's, so much that he enjoys experiencing, but there's also this change that's happening, and he's leaving some stuff behind that it just doesn't, that like these two together to show that there's feelings that he's leaving behind that don't serve him anymore, that he's not comfortable with, and that's what this change is happening. There's certain parts of the relationship that you have with them that was like ending, but there's other stuff that is really stable and solid with it, if that makes sense. Let's see if they'll tell me anything else here. Yeah, because there's new opportunities coming up in the outside world. So, I don't feel like I feel like there's not a movement toward more, 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 more. I feel like there's a step away, but it's all right because it means it's opening up new opportunities that are coming toward both of you, actually. So I don't know if that makes sense, Leah, but that's what's coming through right now. Let me see if there's anything else. Yeah. Empress, new birth, new beginnings, and Daughter of Cups, which is Page Cuts, new love. So that is the message. So that's the clarity. It's like kind of a let's be friends, and it's okay because there's this new love, new opportunity, something that's now for the next part of your journey that enters in. So That's what I'm feeling there, Leah. All right. And then we have Diana Pettis. You want to know if your mother's living will has been fulfilled to her wishes. Let's take a look and see what she has to say. And then SDA will ask about what are Brown's feelings for you. Like the Cleveland Browns? Just kidding. Just kidding, SDA. I'm just kidding. All right. So, Diana, has your mother's living will been fulfilled to her wishes? Let's see what they have to say. Wow. Three of Cups, celebration, cheers, death card. So definitely this would be a yes. This is this is death and rebirth. But I feel like it's like all the wishes all the way up, but this is them spirit saying cheers, good job, celebrate, joy, yes. And so I feel this is a very clear message for that. So uh, thank you for loving your mom so much and caring enough to make sure that they are. So, okay. All right. So we'll take a look here. And so what are Brown's feelings for you, SVA? All right. All right. So first you have the Temperance card, SDA, which kind of feels like I don't want to say wishy-washy. Oh, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And and then there's the lacking card here, which kind of feels like uh there's like this focus on who they aren't and what could not be what it's like instead of looking at hope and possibilities and positive things, it's like looking at what's missing, what's missing, what's missing, what's missing, if that makes sense. Because you also have the Six of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief, right? But also movement in general. It's like they're just the changing of the mind, which makes sense with that. It's like going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with that, if that makes sense. Let me see if they have anything else. Oh, okay. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new birth, those types of things. And I feel like, so this kind of makes me also feel like they feel they're left out in the cold. Um, and then this is like you are royalty, you know, like you get everything that you need. With the Queen of Pentacles, it's like you are taken care of, you're abundant, you have this birth, you have this, mother nature, mother, like I said, that mother nurture, you're just in this place there. See if there's anything else to add to that. Yeah, again, They feel like you are just rolling over and you're abundant and everything, and they feel like I'm not, you know? So, I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of what I'm feeling there. So, I don't know. I just don't know what all that means, but I'm sure you do. But, that's kinda what's going on inside them right now. Alright. So let me just go down here. Okay, answered that one. Okay, Kashish, there you are. You joined college recently. Congratulations. Just want to know what's up. What's up for you in college? All right. Let's take a look here and see what they want you to know here. I feel like we're going to go to the Wild Unknown Tarot. See what they want you to know. Yeah, sorry everyone that I wasn't able to get to. I know I wish I had endless energy, but I will be back on. And yeah, Leo, sorry that you missed again. If you, I start at 10 a.m. Mountain Time tomorrow. If you get there like in the beginning, then you can, be sure that you can, I can get to you there. But yeah, I can usually 3 hours is when my energy really starts to drop off, and it's been 3.5 hours now. So um, it's like time to go. See, when I start to sing, it's really bad. So, Kashish, you in um, college, what is going on with you? Well, what's great is that you have two cards that are all about the mind, and they're good cards about the mind. Because you got the Four of Swords, which is peace of mind, stable mind. So good. And then you also have the Sun of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords in the Standard Tarot, which is all about movement of thought and mind. So you definitely are um, getting really good energy around your mental capacity and the movement of your mind. And so good cards to have here, especially with going to college. So it's very bright, very um, you know, stay astute and use your mind in beautiful, brilliant ways. You do have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is your energy, your drive, your ambition, your inspiration, your passion. And the Nine of Wands usually will have like a barrier here like this that you can't get through. Like if you feel you have a block, just know that you are holding one of those the barriers, and it's your Ace of Wands. It's your power and your ability. The nine turns you inward, and just know that whatever you focus on is what grows. And any block that's there, it's you that's blocking it. That there's no one else can block it for you. And so when you realize that and you go inward and recognize your power and go, whatever I focus on is what grows. So if I focus on being scared about a test or something else that's going on, or if you are focusing on what's missing or what you don't want in your life, you're actually feeding that, and your power is creating the block, creating the thing to go bigger and bigger. But if you try to focus on what you're grateful for and what you do want in your life, then you are really managing and taking control over your energy and your power. And so as you study, if you start to freak out, take deep breaths and go and realize, what am I grateful for? Well, one, I'm grateful for a great mind, because you have a great mind, right? stable mind, a great mind, a very capable mind. And just, even maybe have as part of your college life ritual every day, maybe have a gratitude journal where you write one thing that you're grateful for and thankful for every day. That kind of keeps you, maybe start off your day with that. Or if you have like your little mirror, get a little sharp, not a Sharpie, but the dry eraser, kind of that will come off of the mirror, and write something every day on it that you're thankful for. And then anytime you go by it, you think about it, and it gets you into that attitude of gratitude and keeps you out of the fear and keeps you out of that, kind of part. And then you have the Son of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. So there's movement in emotion and a movement in love too. So that shows you that you are going to be able to experience relationships of different kinds and different levels and all different. But keep coming back to your inner love is an important piece of that too, because uh, it's going to be a big growth experience with all of those hormones, all of those interactions with everyone, with all these dreams and emotions and things flying all over the place. You need to come back to something that's solid in here and connect to, if you have a spiritual, uh, journey or a spiritual connection, connect to that inward and upward for that unconditional love. Let that be the foundation of your love. And it also allows you to just fill up and overflow, where you keep all this energy just in a wonderful, wonderful outflowing way. And you're not feeling so just dependent upon all those other individuals. It's kind of what I feel. But very positive. I feel like it's going to be a wonderful experience for you. Successful. Those all those swords do show that you do well with your mind. So study well, make us proud. All right. Kashish, that was your reading for this evening. Again, thank you everyone else for your patience, and I'm sorry I'm not able to get through to all of you. I really wish I could, um, but we are out of energy, and the readings at this point will start going downhill, and I might call in dark forces. No, I wouldn't, because they don't exist. But please, I am back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, and tomorrow night 7 p.m. Mountain, and all throughout the week. So I do go every day on YouTube, and then also on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning. So if you miss me, you can find me there. And if you need an answer tonight, go check out my playlist. I have pick a card readings. I also have weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, monthly readings. So whatever you're drawn to there, you might also find actual messages that are answering your questions, because that is how smart spirit is. They are much more smarter than me. So be sure to check that out. Please know I love every single one of you. And as you go throughout this amazing journey, that every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and father of all things, our creator. So, SGA, thank you so much for helping out. And we will see you guys on the flip side. Have a great night, a great rest of your day, wherever you're out in the world, and take care of yourself. You have a good night.